Yeah, we find her, that beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. So I got so the remix.
DMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes, I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us on your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. It's nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. But then it took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so charmed. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, a killing thigh. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a Coke bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk, she must be from the planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty. I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines on breeze at night. All I really want in my life. Oh yeah. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing thigh. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. What beautiful girl? Yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile.
What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer. And when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace of her presents and gifts, call me Santa. Claus, I make her heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me Aston Kutcher, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'm a go-getter. Since I'm a go-getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world. Anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine, brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, oh, she's so fine. I just wanna take it, beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing time. I found a beautiful girl.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of Prestige? How on a day? Let me make sure. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know. I think it's good. Let's see. I think it's good. How's everybody doing? Good? We have a wider shot because I have a guest, a special guest today. How's everybody doing though? Good. Let's see who's in the chat. Mary Jo, hello. She says, good evening. I can't wait to hear your take on this topic. All right, we should have less noisy background now. Hey, Chidima, how you there? Good to see you. She said, looking forward to beautiful Ola. Yes, she'll be in a second. So, anyway, welcome. Do me a favor. Hit that like button on your way in. Okay. Hit that like button on your way in. Let's ping everyone else into the room. Shout out to all 7 of you that are on time. We're going to have a good time tonight. Okay, but we're also going to be on time. We plan to finish at 7 or earlier. Okay. Welcome back. Let's see. Let me see who else is here. You can hear me. That's awesome. That's good. Good to know you can hear me. All right, we have, yes, this is Men of Prestige. My name is Ola. I'm coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. And basically here we talk about relationships, particularly from a power standpoint. We like to highlight your power and not the faults of other people, especially when we can't hear their side of the story. We like to just talk about your side of the story based off of your words, okay? And that's what we focus on. We try not to make any assumptions, okay? So essentially self-intelligence, okay? Self-social power, emotional intelligence, seduction and attraction, meaning we focus on what you are able to control and not everything else you can control, okay? And in addition to that, we don't like to make assumptions, okay? So that's what we kind of like cover here. In case you haven't done so, you can get the book absolutely free, okay? You can get the book at loveandprestige.com is where you can grab the book for free. Just in case you're wondering, the book is free. It's a free PDF, okay? But if you choose that you want to have a audiobook, that's also available on audible.com. Yes, there's a whole audiobook on this, right? Come on in, babe. Okay, have a sit. Yeah. And so whole audiobook on this. There's also Kindle, Amazon Kindle, paperback. Welcome. Hi. What? That's all you got for us? Everybody has been waiting for you. You can't hear them, so
yes.
Grab your earphones. so you can be a part of what we're doing.
I just woke up, guys.
They can tell. She just woke up, so
It's my resting bitch
you
face.
go manage as a day, right? So this book, just in case you're wondering what's in this book, many of you probably I've never really done the time. This book is our story. Okay, this is my beautiful wife Lola. How are you, babe? How's your Sunday going? Did that stress you enough today?
Get me started on this Sunday.
I stressed
The
you.
nap was good though.
Huh?
The nap was really good.
The nap was good? Oh, okay. So the nap makes up for it. That's awesome. All right. So actually, section 1, I don't know if you remember this. See, we wrote this book, what, like 5 years ago? A little bit over 5 years ago, 2018, August.
Yes.
Right? And, shout out to Chinye and Natu. They can speak for this book. If you're reading this book, if you've read this book, please make sure you're leaving reviews on Amazon, where people can find them. Amazon, audible.com, right? The first chapter, you recall what it was? What did you? Section 1, emergency. That's amazing that it still makes sense to me. Emergency. Because usually, people that have not hit rock bottom, they won't go and download this book. They just won't. Because there's no need for it. They're like, it's just another couple on the internet talking about relationship.
But you can read the part where I just told you what happened. So
Yeah, they're gonna
the juicy parts.
they're gonna be like, what's their usual saying? The usual saying is that there's no one size fits all. Do what works for you. Do what works for you. I laugh when I hear them. I'm saying, do what works for you. I'll wait for it. Anyway, by the time you're picking up this book, I'm even going to tell you right now, you're not going to have time to pick it up. If everything is good for you, keep doing what you're doing. If everything is well for you, just keep doing what you're doing. Then I'm happy too. But for those of you that say, something is not working, maybe I should get some insight from other people. Maybe they're not necessarily rules. Maybe they're not their rules. Maybe just insights. Maybe I can learn something from their story, right? Maybe I can relate to one thing. And
I don't like rules, by the way.
Oh, you don't like rules?
Nope.
Oh, do you like reading?
I love reading.
Oh, I don't like reading.
I love reading.
So
It's
she doesn't
therapy.
like rules. She doesn't mind reading. But what do you like to read? Because let's reading what?
I like to read different types of stuff. I like reading empowerment books
Mm-hmm.
because there's motivation in it, and it can help you see your glass of water half full instead of half empty.
Half empty.
Like it deposits like good things in your mind. I like that.
Right.
I also like to read for fun. I love to read a lot of fun books. I read Obama's book. I read Michelle Obama's book. I
Becoming?
thought those were
Obama's
empowering
book.
books.
Which one of Obama's book again? I forgot. The newest one.
No, not the newest one. No. The
Oh,
one
you
he
read
wrote before he got
The
into-
Audacity of Hope or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't read his latest one, and I
Okay.
should read that.
That's one I read and I
I
forgot
love
the
books
title now.
like that because sometimes people forget that everyone struggles in their own little way, right?
Right.
They just see something, that thing is self-made. There's no such thing.
Their own
When you
little way.
read people's story, then you feel better about yourself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the only one. Like, people have gone through this.
Yep.
It's not you. It's not just you. You are not different from every other person.
Yeah.
It gives you perspective about life. Like,
Yep.
and anything great is gonna go through a lot of a lot of crap basically before
Yeah.
you get to that greatness. So that's why I love reading books like that. And then I love this book, the art of no, what's it called?
Art of
Art
Seduction?
of Seduction. The
other one?
No, the Giving Zero Fucks.
Oh.
That book. If
Don't
they
demonetize my video here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Zero. I mean, the name of the book.
By the way, my wife
what's the
is
name
a
of the
cursor.
book?
She curses like
I'm
her
not a
mouth is
cusser,
like.
guys. I'm not a cusser. Don't mind Ola. He's very.
Don't let me tell them yesterday's story
He's
when they turned us.
particular.
They
He's
turned us around.
particular.
They almost turned us around from the theme
Yeah.
park yesterday.
Oh, so I'm a rebel. I'm a proud rebel. I own it because our baby boomers generation, our parents have,
They try to silence you, and
they
now you're
try to
traumatized.
silence us as African kids.
And now
you
you're
can
operating
speak,
from a place of trauma.
But now I speak my mind, and I don't shy away from what I say. I'm not disrespectful, but I say how it is. And I love that new me. Anyway, that book I was talking about, if you're a people's pleaser, you need to read it.
They're
What's
giving
the-
0 Fs.
Yes.
It's a 0 for. I'm about to say it too. 0 Fs give 0. What is the name? I forgot
I
the
have
name.
it on my Audible.
Yeah, but yeah, I know the book you're talking about. It's the subtle art of not giving an F.
Yes.
There you go.
It's such a
Thank
good
you,
book.
Keep House. Yes, yes.
It's such a
Some of you
good
need
book.
to read that book. Absolutely.
It's a great book.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, it helped me so much because I used to worry about.
But it's people that have been traumatized by women that tend to read.
It's not just for women.
It's people that have been traumatized by women that tend to read that
They
book. But I think it's
towards it. I think it's
Yeah.
for men and women.
It's
I
for
think
both.
we
It's
can
for
all
both.
learn
Yeah.
from it. It's a great book.
But if a man is reading that book, no say he don't collect what to
Oh my
what.
God, oh, it's going
Just know if he's reading that, just know that, But yeah, I think it's a good book,
Yes.
Let's see. Chidima says, Ola, stop gaslighting Lola. Which one is operating from a piece of trauma? Stop it.
Thank you, Charlie.
Hey D, good to see you. Chidima, welcome. Good to see you. Keep ours, welcome. Gorgeous. Okay, thank you, D. Welcome to you. D Love, my G is here. She said, Mrs. MOPI, hello.
Twale.
The way Ola looks at Lola. How do I look at you?
These
These people have no idea what you did to me in the last 24
like
hours.
a piece of steak. I always want to run.
They have no idea what you've done to me. If I look at her the way I feel, right?
What did I do to you? I beg.
Wosa.
This guy exaggerated. Don't believe him. What did
Anyway,
you do to
we're
me?
going to give them the real today. Today we're giving you the real. It's not like we haven't given you the real.
Me, I always bring the real because I say how
But
it is.
as I was saying, this book is the real. This book is the actual real. The first chapter, it says, the first section, we have 3 sections in the book. The first section says emergency. Chapter 1 is stop the bleeding. Chapter 2 is silence is golden. Because some of you just talk too much. You talk yourself into a hole. Especially gentlemen, you really need to control the mouth. Section 2, new foundation, right? Forget all that foundation you thought you built. It was Odo. You need to start from beginning. Chapter 3, test pain and greatness. Chapter 4, the heart of attraction. Chapter 5, the myth of the one and soulmate. Chapter 6, attachment and neediness. Section 3, real love techniques. Okay, a lot of people argue there's no such thing as real love. Everything is transactional. I said, no wonder you're collecting. But anyway, real love techniques, building your real love story. Chapter 8, 3 core pillars. Chapter 9, God and unconditional love. So the book is, my wife and I, we're not really religious people like that. I guess you might be what
I consider myself spiritual.
Right, you might be what many people consider to
Not
be
religious.
spiritual. We are Jesus people, of course.
Yes,
But religion, that whole like where everybody just wants,
I've been traumatized by that.
yeah.
So don't
Honestly,
get me started.
thank God for this keyboard. Oh Lord, I don't know if I could go to church anymore because I just look at people in church. But they say it's sick people. That church is for the sick people, so I can respect that as well.
It is.
But Jesus. Anyway, shout out to all my church family.
Yes.
Chapter 10, personal purpose and mission. Chapter 11, self-development. Chapter 12, communication 2.0. It's a good book. You can download it for free at loveandprestige.com. All right, Brother Patrick, good to see you. He said, don't stress Lola too much.
Thank you.
Why is
Brother
everybody assuming I'm
Patrick.
stressing you?
Thank you so much.
This is see finish. Now don't they see me too much, eh? This is see finish.
Forgive my raspy voice. So this is my waking up voice.
Yeah, but yeah, welcome. We have some interesting topic to talk about today. She has no idea. She knows about the Keke Palmer stuff. We'll talk about that at the end. We plan to finish on time today, so we're gonna keep the time, okay? But today I'm kind of interviewing her, and then she asked
me,
and then she
pressure too well.
That's how, this is our fault.
Everything I do, I will. Pressure to what?
Pressure to her. Let me sit up, okay? Pressure to her. She called it there is pressure because she will tell us today. But anyway, shout out to all our channel sponsors. We have Shiri Omoka, we have Life with Nato, we have Adesua Odin, we have Film Girl, we have Open Floor by Tima, we have Show Mama, we have Gorex Corner. I haven't seen Gorex. Somebody please check on her for me. D Love is here. Welcome. These are our channel sponsors. And shout out to all the different supporters from Antibi all the way through across Board, Just Jay, everybody. Miss She Said, all of you. Sir Hill, Chinye, all of you, all of you. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. The live session we did yesterday has about 5,000 views by now. Wow. Auntie B, she decided to put it out there, and then people kept coming back. So, wow! Shout out to Auntie B for that. But we're building, we're working. So, like I said, we talk about relationship from a power standpoint. We focus on power, self, social, emotional intelligence, and we don't really care for the sides of the story that we haven't heard, and we don't think we need to wait for it before we can give you some tools to navigate off of your own words, your own story that you give us. That's what we can work with, okay? So it's not exactly that we make assumptions. We go by what you say, and we'll give you some tools. And we believe you when you tell us your story. Is it accurately true when you tell us your story? Of course not. You're telling us your story from your standpoint, from your experience, right? But we believe that that's your experience, right? And we believe that we don't necessarily need, even if you're actively trying to deceive us, we'll still catch you, because the truth is undefeated, and you shall do nothing against the truth but for the truth, right? And we don't have to help the truth. Based off of what you're telling us, your energy will have more than enough to work with you. And that's what we'll go from, okay? So with that being said, let's get started with today, okay? You are welcome to support us with donations and stuff like that, but we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So I have Natu's here. Natu, hello, how you doing? Area. Welcome. All right, so let me see. Yes, Uncle Patrick, you're collecting straight bullet. No, Uncle Patrick, Uncle Patrick, lie. That's our person though. We baby boomers are collecting. Yes, you did earlier. You slept off. Auntie B was giving baby boomers woto.
I heard some of it. Yeah, baby boomers. I don't know. I have love for you. But
don't send stray bullet again now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
I respect
I love
baby
you
boomers.
Guys. I love you guys, but y'all.
I think we're standing on the shoulders of baby boomers.
I think y'all have, I don't know. You started something.
Rebellious people.
I think the baby boomers created the Gen Z, and I love my Gen Zs. All right.
They created Gen Zs?
Yes.
The baby boomers created, it's your fault.
It's your fault,
Stray bullets.
Hey! I hear me, but me.
Alright, so let's talk about this first topic. What's your understanding of a man's need for respect?
My understanding of a man's need for respect?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think respect has to be earned. No one is going to give you respect for no reason. So I think it comes from lack of self-respect. Why do you need respect from me?
No.
And the reason,
wait,
I have stories behind my answers sometimes.
Yeah, okay. Tell. But before you go,
yes.
go. I'll record.
The
I'll
reason why I
go,
said
go.
that is oftentimes these days I've been noticing black men in particular. Okay. Okay, and I'm sorry, and no shade at my black men. We love you, but y'all gotta do better. Okay, coming from Nigeria, I never noticed that black men have this anger towards black women.
You're
But-
generalizing grossly.
Okay,
I
some
have to
black
slow
men.
you. No,
Calm
even
down.
no, you know
Let
what
me
you
finish.
mean.
This is my experience, okay?
Okay, your
This is my
experience. Thank you. High five
Based
for that.
on my
Your
experience, I
okay.
didn't say
All
all
right,
black
good,
men, but I'm
good.
just saying what I have noticed.
Mm-hmm.
So, oftentimes, where I work, men hold the door for women. These days, I be getting door banged in my face. Like, which kind of transfer of aggression is
And
this?
they're all black men.
If I tell you, I'm sorry, it sounds bad. If I tell you, yes. I went to the grocery today, you dropped me off. I was pushing my cart, and this guy came with his cart and almost ran into me. Me as a woman, if I almost run into someone, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. This guy just looked at me like something like I don't deserve. And he just walked away, and I looked at him like, what is your issue?
So I'm stuck on the black man part.
No.
we were in the hood.
This has been
Okay,
happening since I entered this United States of America. I am
And
telling
where did you land?
that.
Did you land in the hood or did you land in a
I
nice
landed in the hood. In fact, the ones in the ghetto are actually much nicer. They will just assault you. They will harass you with mommy. They will chase you around with all that. But the ones that feel like they are better than, like,
Are the
they
worst.
are now a little bit,
the one that think they've arrived.
Yeah, the one that think they've arrived.
And they're all black people.
I tell you.
I am
And
stuck
to
on
be
the
honest
black
with you, I walk in a place where I live in a diverse area, right?
Yeah.
I walk mostly among Caucasians. I get a few black people come to our salon, and when they come, you'll be surprised. They just tend to go to the other side than go to the black person.
Do you think it's because you're a black woman?
In fact, I never realized how black I was until I came to America. Can we sound some bell for that? What?
All right.
And then when you have them in your chair, I had one in my chair one time, and when it was talking about black women, it was talking about us in a very bad way. And I almost asked him, I said, what is your experience? Because I feel like this is coming from somewhere. And then he talked about his
Do you
mom.
think this person was a student of Kevin Samuels?
Probably. And then he talked about his mom. He talked about his mom, how his mom is this, how his mom is that. So that's self-hate. And that black women need to respect black men. And I asked him, what do you mean respect you?
Oh, he
You
said
need to-
black women need to respect black
Yeah,
men.
that black women don't respect. And I
Okay.
said, no, respect needs to be earned.
This is why I let you go, because I knew that I'll be getting some deeper understanding, which I'm
because
getting now.
I have
So
this
when I
experience.
asked you that question,
Yeah.
that probably skewed your understanding of, especially the loudest ones are the one asking for respect.
Right.
And that's basically what you see as a man's need as respect, because
Right. So to me,
That's sad.
when a man needs respect, say, I need respect. You respect yourself first, and the order follows. If you respect yourself, I guarantee you that your spouse or whoever you're around will respect you. It's how you move. But if you're moving mad, we all moving mad out here. Like,
So wait,
if you give me one,
you're
I
a
can
woman,
give you 10.
You're a woman. You're teaching us what we want as respect. Is that what's going on right now?
I'm not teaching you. I am telling you that no one is just going to respect you when you don't respect yourself. If you respect
So there's,
yourself,
I can't
people
get,
automatically
just because I'm a
respect-
man.
No, because you're a man does not mean you should get respect automatically.
Yeah, but
And
when
that's
we
what-
when we met though,
and that's what
when
okay.
we met, what year was this? 21 years ago.
Yes.
When
How
we
old were
met,
you?
I was 23. You
Okay.
had respect for me. You respected me. You looked up to me.
Yes.
You do now, but there was some in betweens. but
Well,
but-
it's the way
but-
you're moving and the way you carried yourself. When I met you,
That's what it was.
You were not arrogant. You were not blabbing off the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I make this, I make that. You were not doing any of that. I was so like, oh my God, this guy is so calm. So like When I tell people I'm more into quiet people
Right.
than loud people.
I was
mean
quiet.
it.
I was gentle.
Yeah, you were respectful. You were very nice. You didn't expect.
You think maybe I was a simp? And
Maybe
you were
you
just
are,
looking
I
for
don't know.
you were just looking for a simp to take advantage
I
of.
just know I don't like arrogant men. I don't. You don't have to loud it to the world before we know that you have something.
Did you attract a lot of arrogant men before that?
I
And then
would
you
say
just
attracted
craved
them.
for a simp.
I don't think I attracted them. I think they just came around my way.
simp
I
is gonna
never
watch.
dated. I never
wait,
dated
wait,
an arrogant
let me say
person
this.
in my
A
life.
simp is gonna watch this video and say he admitted he's a simp. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, but I'm saying I have never dated an arrogant person in my life.
Okay, but do
I
you
have
encounter
never-
them?
I do encounter them.
And you knew that you didn't want nothing to do with
They
them.
have so much entitlement. And to be honest with
Okay.
you, I don't like when people have entitlement.
All right.
You have to work for these things.
Okay, so now let's see if we can readdress our course correct back to the question. Ladies in the chat, please feel free to answer the question too. What's your understanding of a man's need for respect today? Now that you've asked us, we've been together for God knows how long, but
16 years married, 19 years
okay, together.
yes.
Okay, so in that period of time, what's your understanding off of your experience with me of a man's need for respect?
Your need for respect.
Okay, let me ask like this.
Yeah.
Do you think I crave respect?
I think everybody craves respect.
Ah.
I think so. Nobody wants it. But
Wait.
it's how you come.
Relax.
Stress me, oh.
Hold on.
If you don't
They're
wanna
fighting
hear it.
for you. They don't want me
Of
to
course,
stress
because
you.
they understand.
Listen.
They understand what I'm saying.
But Patrick says, I noticed Lola's face is different from her voice. She's a strong woman.
Oh my
Your face is like,
Oh yeah.
oh, take care of her. But your voice is like, no one can take advantage of this one here.
No one can. I'm a little chihuahua.
For those who think I got lucky, I am lucky, okay? All right? But there's a good chance that it's basically you're not competent, okay? That women are leaving you, or it's probably because you're not competent, okay? Sometimes some women are mad, but most of the time, most of the cases is competency issue, But anyway, back to the question. No, before we go to the question, D-Love says yes. Some of them have mommy issues. Okay, that's the when a man. I agree actually. When a man is obsessed with the conduct of women at generalized levels, obsession keyword, generalized levels. There's a lot of mommy issues. That's spelling right there. The man in the grocery store is Kevin Samuelson is not the Colette stuff. But anyway, so back to the question, right? Of a man's need for respect. Granted, all human beings
need respect.
Want respect.
Okay.
Okay.
Want respect. Yeah.
But we might even argue that need too, right? Let me even take that in need, right? But a man's need, maybe I can even throw in a man's obsessive need for respect.
Obsession. You nailed it there. Respect me. Oh, excuse me. You're not respecting yourself.
So you're saying, in your heart of heart, you don't believe that there's a special type of respect that a man craves particularly from his romantic partner, a woman.
It makes him feel good, like the hero,
right?
When he gets respect from his spouse. I get that. I understand
you get that?
Yes.
All right.
But the few times that he's disrespecting himself, he might not get that respect.
We didn't go into that part of the conversation yet.
Let's just keep it.
We haven't gone into that part of the conversation yet, right? We're just saying you do understand that.
Leave me alone. I'm more
You do understand that a man has a special need for a special type of respect.
Yes,
it has to do with his ego.
Yes, it's pride.
Right. It's part of social construct.
Yes.
Right. It's not. He doesn't even realize he has it. It's when he starts talking that he's also confused himself. Right, when he's asking for it.
That's when he talks too much. A man is not supposed to.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right. So, and Do you understand? Have you experienced? The answer is yes. Let me help you out front, so you don't think it's a trick question. Have you experienced losing respect for a man that you love?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so that respect that you lost for him, was it the same type of respect that you would lose for randoms on the street, anybody on the street, or this one is for him? He's supposed to know better. He's supposed. Is that? Do you understand that?
I agree. Yes.
Right. And that is what you resented the most about losing respect for him in particular.
Yeah, because this is who I'm like jumping in bed with. When you're, you know, like I say, when I'm out there, I don't like anyone to take me out of character, like push me out of. Because first of all, I am not sleeping with you. Why am I so mad? You're not.
So no one is going to get to you like that.
Nobody's going to get to me. Like
Except this man.
Except that you know.
Right.
We're all in bed together. Like you have that power.
Right. And you understand that even though if I felt the same way, let's say it was equivalent. Let's say it was such a thing as equivalent, right? And I felt the same way about you. I don't necessarily lose respect for you because you're my woman.
So you have respect for me.
It's not like I have respect for you. It's more so. How do I describe it? It's more anger than it's respect, if anything. It's more like you would, like a child. Like if you're upset with your child, right, and you're upset with them, you don't lose respect for them. Respect is not relevant in that conversation.
You can't treat your wife the way you treat your child.
Right, but I'm talking about the feelings,
and
right?
I've heard men talk about, some men talk about, these women are like children, you have to rent. What? That's a cop.
Oh, beauty.
She's about to change topic. I won't let her change topic.
Hey.
Wait.
It's the other way around.
She's about to change topic. I'm not going to let her change the topic, okay? But
just
you're right.
Throwing that out there.
Okay, yeah, you're trying to now back to conversation.
Yes.
Okay. It's not the fact that you look up to me. Was that part of the reason why you were in love with me?
Of course,
if you couldn't look up to me, could you be in love with me?
No, absolutely not. I need to be able to.
Beauty.
I need to be able to respect them.
So where did that come from, where you just talked about they treat women like a child? Where did that come from? If you need to look up to me, why are you bringing that into the conversation?
Now I'm talking about men that have nothing to show for it. But
I'm about your husband that you're in love with.
Okay,
right now,
you're different.
You've been in a place where you lost respect for a person that you were in love with. You love, at least. You slow down on loving them. You felt like you're no longer in love. You've been in that space
and
before.
That's in the book.
It is in the book,
I went through that. Of course, it'll get to a point that I lose respect.
Good.
I'm like, man up, man.
So now we're talking about what it feels like on the man's side.
Okay.
Even though I resented whatever was going on in that period of time too, I did not interpret that as I lost respect for my wife. Respect was not a relevant thing in that conversation.
I feel like if you lose respect for your wife, like again, if you say, I feel like that's self-respect. If you respect yourself, you respect your spouse.
Yeah, that's a given. You earn respect, right?
The way you're moving, when a man moves out, when he goes out and does certain things,
it's even good that you went in that direction.
In the society,
I'm even happy you went in that direction.
He respects his family. He respects his wife. That's why he's not moving mad.
Okay.
In public, those ones moving mad. They have no respect for
this
themselves.
Is good for the gentleman watching. This is really good, okay? Because I respect myself. There's a way you move when you're upset. I can't afford to move in that way.
Absolutely not. Because you are Oko Lola. Okay, we got to watch ourselves out there. Okay. You can't be moving mad.
Beauty.
Pay attention, okay? All right. Right?
I own my own beauty.
So
proud one at that.
Good.
Yes.
So it's different. That's the point.
It is different.
So back to the question. Your understanding of a man's need for respect, right? Like in action, I know you got it in action. Put it into words. You're gravitating in the direction the way you started is like, well, everybody needs respect. I know
it's
this.
Very annoying that I have to hear this. I've never heard this in my life. I lived in Nigeria for 20 years, right? Never heard this stuff.
You were 20 years old.
I'm a 20-year-old that was observing that I watched the way my father moved. I watched the way my uncles moved. I didn't know men like this. And then I was exposed to this United States of America. I started to see different things and dynamics. And I'm like, what is wrong with the world
At
today?
that 20 years mark, I'm guessing it was around 2001,
2001.
All right, good. What was brand new at that time in our world? Computers.
Yes.
Okay.
Phones was brand new in Nigeria.
Social
at that
media,
time.
right?
I think social media was after the fact, maybe 2003.
True,
AOL,
2004, 5, right? But internet was new, right?
Yes, it was new.
Right, so bingo, coincidence.
No,
You came to
before the
America.
internet, I've seen men movie mad before the internet.
You
The
did?
internet just made it very popular.
Right.
Yes.
And men also had barbershops back then, right?
Where they
the barbershops on the
where
internet
they
now.
talked ish about women.
And barbershop is on the internet, and we can't keep you guys away from the.
About
We can't
women.
keep you out of men's barbershop on the internet.
I don't go to barbershop for what?
And unfortunately, some men don't know that not all platform is their barbershop. They want to talk anyhow, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, it's interesting. This conversation was interesting. It's basically this demonstration. What is the before we go to the next topic? What this conversation demonstrates to everybody watching is that words, right? People say words are important. They say words matter. No, it doesn't. It's the action that matters. Before we started this conversation, somebody said it's the way I look at you, right? Mm-hmm. It's the way, I guess, the way you look at me too. Even the way you're having this conversation with me is respectful. Is it 100% always like that? Most of the time, it is like that. It's not 100% like that.
If I'm stressed out, or if you stress me out,
if she's stressed
I go
out,
quiet and I
if she's stressed out, I collect.
will talk to him.
And
okay.
she's not necessarily capable of detecting that because, hello, she's upset. She's stressed out. That's the whole point, right? When people are stressed out and they're upset, if you expect them to be adults in that moment, you have unrealistic expectations, and that's one of the two things that's destroying your relationships. When they're stressed out and they are going through something, you can also help them alleviate that.
By?
Well, calm down, first of all. You don't have to be right. That's first of all. Your mouth will run you into a hole further.
Please, guys,
Right?
guys, when someone is upset, do not use calm down. That is
No, I'm not talking
trigger
about.
words. I'm just educating.
No, I'm talking about the person trying to save, the person who is stressed out.
That's what
calm
I'm
down.
saying. I'm agreeing with you. But don't you calm down without using the words. Calm down. What is going on? No, you just trigger that person.
True. Fact. I agree 100%. And the person that says calm down, guess what the deal is? For those of you who said, you listen to Ola, hear Lola right now. For those of you who said that, it's a two-way street, right?
I'm just saying.
The person who is saying calm down, they are looking for a quick fix. They also don't want you to be in that situation, right? We're not giving excuses for them. We're telling you what it is.
And sometimes they don't want to be accountable for their actions. They want to move fast along. Like,
they're trying.
let's move on.
That's why people say I'm sorry so quickly.
Without being sorry.
They don't even know what they're saying I'm sorry to. Okay. That's why people say I'm sorry. But listen, but we forgot what we said. We already talked about that. You know, they're trying to brush the issue under the rug faster, right?
That's a typical man's behavior.
You generalized. Women do it too.
I said a typical man. How do you not understand what a typical man is?
On men of prestige, when you say typical some, most, 90%.
I didn't say 90%. I didn't say 90%.
If it's anything more than 50%, you're literally trying to generalize, and we will catch you.
I'm not
My audience will catch you.
I am telling you that men, there's a book called Men Don't Listen, Women Don't Lie.
Is that a book?
That book is as real as it comes.
It's a book?
It's a book called that.
I thought it was just a saying. I say that all the time.
No. There's a book called Men Don't Listen.
Men don't listen, women don't lie. Okay. There are women liars out there, just so we know.
That don't mean that all women don't. It doesn't mean.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you all...
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
When they say things like that, they say it like from a man's chemistry, right? Like, okay, some men, so you'll say, like, men don't listen. Men will tell you they are blindsided. It's a lie. It's a cop. That woman has been complaining from 20 years ago.
All right.
But now, because she decided to pull the rug, he feels blindsided.
Let me see. Something happened here. You guys have been talking, and I didn't see the comments. What is wrong with
What's going on?
uh?
You gotta get it together.
Let me see if I can refresh. We'll be right back. Let me just play. Let me just play this. This was a good conversation, by the way. But let me see if I can pull up the comment. What is going on with because then it's easier to pull it to the screen when it shows up here when the feed is properly working. All right, this was a good conversation. This was good. I have so much to say out of the conversation, but we gotta move on. Let's see. I'll be right back. Shout out to all 39 of you watching. I couldn't tell that our audience had increased. Do me a favor, just hit the like button and share and subscribe. We're missing about 19 likes right now. Let's turn up. Let's ping everyone else into the room. But let me go back. The last comment that I saw was Brother Patrick. So let's go back and engage our people. You know, what are you looking at?
Was the men don't listen?
Oh.
Why men don't listen and women can't read maps? That's the book. But men don't listen.
Oh, okay.
Women don't like. That's a quote. You're
Okay,
right
yeah, it's a
about
quote. It's a
Yes.
quote that I heard somewhere that I repeat a
But
lot.
that is real. That is very real.
It's real.
Don't come here and tell me. Oh,
I say it all the time. My
That's
audience
generalizing.
can testify that I say it all the time. But when I'm hearing you saying it, something is pushing me back. My eyes is pushing me. I feel like I should push back. I should like.
Of course,
It's not
feel
sounding
free.
right.
Feel free.
No, but
Feel
you're
free
right.
to
You know,
push
it is
back.
what it is.
Push back, please. Send
Uh,
your agenda.
Hey Kemi, hey MOP and Lola, loving the show. I totally get Lola's point of view. Of course you do.
Thank you,
Of
Kenny.
course you
Thank
do.
you.
Of course you do.
So, hey.
Who else are you going? I beg you. Thank you, Kemi. D says, I am with Miss Lola. See, look at
Hey,
them.
I'm with you too.
Calm men all day,
Yes,
every
so-
day. Okay, they're looking for
Yes,
calm
so-
men. After another collect, you now want calm men.
I beg from you.
How is that fair to the calm men?
We did not collect from
This
anywhere.
is
We've always loved calm
some
men.
of the point of contention
What?
of the men today. They say after you don't collect from non-calm men, you're coming back to us calm men.
I've never been with a non-cam man. They should speak for themselves.
They're generalizing, so
Exactly.
we can accept it as a
Nope.
point of confusion. Stop pulling her legs. You get what Lola is saying, Kemi. Hey, Kemi, why are you doing like this to me?
This is what my husband does. He's pulling my legs all the time. Stress me out.
Keeper says that need for respect is rooted in unbalanced sense of self, especially if it's supported by culture based on things people have not earned. Their gender. Okay, their
Word.
gender. Interesting. That's an interesting
She
take
said
on
it
that.
better.
All right, a man's need for respect is innate. Chindima. Uriye correct. Uriye. Sense. It makes sense. A man's need for respect is innate, and what is respect for each man is subjective. That's true. That's a good point to add on to that, right? Because you can't copy and paste one man's sense of respect to another person too. But on a general basis, we know that there's something there that's quite different from every human being needs respect. That's not what we're talking about. Also, some men have a warped view of respect and need therapy.
You sure
I
do.
think the loudest ones about respect need therapy. I agree with that.
I agree. Don't come at me.
All right.
If your wife has done something to you, I beg. Not a slam door in a crazy way.
If you feel that you need to be respected because you're a man, there's something doesn't gel. Ha wahala, bon chance. Welcome. All
Somebody's
right.
coming.
Let hold on a second. All right. A woman can also use a man's need for respect as a weapon of seduction. Chidima.
What?
Yeah. All right, we have a baby running downstairs, so I'm trying to control it so that the noise doesn't. But I wonder if respect helps a man step into his masculine and gives him the ability to be of service to the woman, which also makes him feel good about himself. What do you think about that?
This man is not going to get respect if he doesn't have
Don't be
self-respect.
rebellious.
I'm not rebellious. I'm just
Let's
being
assume he
real.
has self-respect.
Okay, let's assume he has. Yes,
She already said she's a rebel in the beginning. Don't forget.
Absolutely.
Right.
He has self-respect.
So
Everything
now let's
will
read
fall
it
in
again.
line for him.
If you have some women are disrespectful, okay,
I agree.
and they are disrespectful until they learn this lesson.
Some.
I said some.
Yeah.
They are minority, by the way.
Very minute.
Yeah, they are minority. Don't listen to what the internet is telling you. They're
Don't
minority,
listen, no,
but
it's
they
a
do
lie.
exist. It's one too many. When you end up with such a woman, it's one too many. Okay, so you can understand why the ones that have this experience will tend to generalize, right? I wonder if respect helps a man step into his masculine. If you rub the back of his head, smile at him, Oloworimi, Alelomi.
No, a little body.
Right? If you say those kind of things to him, does that help him step into his masculine? Does that help?
Maybe in the moment.
So
if it's
he
the
would-
man that has self-respect, if
Okay.
the one that is moving mad, trust me, it's still not gonna work.
Yeah, right. So if you've been following the series that I've been doing, my 100, the first one was my wife yells at me. The second one is my husband yells at me. The videos are up there. Go watch them. I talked about the last one. I said it's not sustainable. Right. That was the last tip. If you're the one giving as a woman respect, and this is not earned, it's not sustainable. It will fall apart. So if it's not a masculine man by himself, it's not good for long term. It might be good for a moment, for a little while. It might help him, but long term, it's not sustainable. If that's how you're feeling that, we carry the seed. We don't need you to feel it like that. Okay, you can help it. You can be an environment that's conducive for a man to live in his masculine, right?
Yes.
But you don't carry that seed. He's supposed to have that seed already, and gives him the ability to be of service to the woman, right? Help short term, we agree. Long
It
term,
sounds
not
like
sustainable.
Seduction skills to me, right there,
Right, that's what she's. Yeah.
That's the power
That's what she's
play of a
talking about.
woman.
Yep.
But if the man is still not sufficient, my sister, it will still crash.
You're saying if you don't get wet, you don't get wet. No.
It ain't gonna work. bro.
Voila. Hey.
It's not gonna work. And we can't be super women for this man. We cannot be saving them. A woman saving a man is always a bad idea. It doesn't land well.
How do I feel? What do you know about how I feel about that?
I
Women
don't think
saving- women
you're
saving
not
men.
a fan of that at all.
I'm not.
I think
I
men
don't
should
like
be
it.
mentored by fellow men.
I don't like
not
it.
by women.
I don't
try
like
to
it.
say
Not
that.
because I don't appreciate the women that do it. It's not sustainable.
No, it's not.
It doesn't really help men. Not in our social construct. Okay. But anyway, let's see. Good one, Toby and Tribe. I appreciate that comment. That was a big one. Ola, you are the one changing topic, talking about anger and a child. Kilo day. You got me.
Thank
Good
you,
day, man of
Janet.
prestige and lovely lady. Hello, Mrs. She said, good to see you.
Thank you.
Perhaps a man's need for respect in a romantic relationship is that the respect is what continues to fuel his masculine energy. Like she's been saying all along, I agree with everything she said 100% in terms of it needs to be earned. He needs to have self-respect. It needs to be earned, particularly for long-term results, right? But you as a lady, I don't want you to buy too much into that. You have seductive powers. You have powers. Don't worry about what he's supposed to do. You focus on the fact that you actually have power to make this man marry you in the first place. Right? Oh yeah, he's the man who chooses marry. Bullshit. Cap. Okay? If you don't want to marry him, he will just be collecting on the internet anyhow. They'll be silencing him everywhere, be angry. Okay? Shout out to the APC Bishop Ekene. Right? But the truth is that you do have power, and I want you to focus on self always. Don't worry about the blame game and the faulting the other side. You as a lady, your power diminishes when you focus too much on that, even in the midst of good intentions. I want you to be aware of that. Okay. and we enable him to continue in his manly. No. Short term, it helps. Okay. If he feels good about himself, absolutely. He might just need that, and then it's going, right? You know how can you give the car a little bit of a gas, and then it keeps going, right? But he needs something to keep going, and you're not going to be able to help him with that. It might even get worse. You will end up resenting him because he's not a man.
And he'll resent you too for trying to help him.
True Lola, an angry person doesn't want to hear they're angry. Oh, we're getting some feed finally.
Exactly.
All right, let me see. All right. True Lola, an angry person doesn't want to hear they're angry. So calm down is a trigger. Yes. But it helps when you're self-aware, when you know that person that's telling you to calm down, it's a dance, right? And you guys are in a very funky place. I prefer that the man will catch that and calm down before asking other people to calm down. I prefer that. But sometimes the man will show you that he's a human being too, right? Just keep that in mind. Sounds like a lie. One-sided book.
Is it the...
Yeah, she's talking. Mrs. She said, "Sound like a lie." Man. So. See, when you were saying it, right now they get to see me in my no. I want to push against women rhetoric, right? But typically, when I'm on this show, I give them woto, the men, right? So, because I want them to be men and don't be so needy about.
You want to be tough on the men. It's tough love,
right?
And the world is against tough love right now, but we need it,
right? So when you see how you just said those two statements, my body is doing like, can you stop?
Girl, we need tough love, okay?
but. That's the reality. Feelings kicks in, right? That's why I keep telling people, feelings kicks in. You need to be aware of that, right? While it's better, you were just saying it as better that men mentor men because they can receive it better as opposed to receiving it as disrespect. Right. Because he will, if it's a typical man, he will receive it as disrespect, even if you're telling him the truth.
Facts.
Okay, all right. So that's one of the disrespect we were talking about. But when you say men don't listen, women don't lie, it's the same thing as a happy wife, happy life. It's a saying, it's a hyperbole, it has deeper meanings beyond surface level meaning.
Yeah, that's why I gave you an example.
Right, it needs context.
You've heard men say the men that gets divorced. Women are the ones that go to the courts to file divorce. She blindsided me. That's a cap.
Yep.
No woman just pull the rug from underneath you. One thing I know about women are fighters. They value marriage.
Right.
They want their marriage to work. So you can't tell me that you did not know you did something wrong. And she hasn't said anything. Right. And that's why I can relate to why it says men don't listen, women don't lie. Right. It doesn't mean that women don't lie at all.
Yes. That's clearly not what it means, right? Yeah,
and it doesn't mean men don't listen at all. Okay?
Right. Exactly.
You gotta think a little deeper.
Because, but naturally speaking, when a woman is complaining about the same issue for years to come because of our social construct, she's just nagging until she pulls the plug from under you or pull the rug from under you and says she doesn't want to be here, and then you're like, oh, she doesn't communicate, right? But she's been saying that, right? But maybe you were listening, but you were not listening. Those are two different things. I know it sounds the same word, right? It is the same word. You were listening, but you were not actively listening.
How about you were thinking that she can't do it, Jared, she's not going anywhere?
I don't think men do that. That's the part where I disagree with women in general.
How about if?
Right.
That's what I'm saying right now. Because human beings, we respond better to consequences. If you let us do something over and over again, we abuse it without knowing we are. Right.
So men do it, but they don't do it. Again, they listen, they don't listen, right? It's complacency. It's see-finish.
It's complacency.
Right? Yep. It's being oblivious. Oblivious is not wickedness. We had this fight on our Widows platform the other day. Oblivious is not wickedness. Okay? Oblivious is something that you all have done. In this respect, in this regards, in this context, men do it. They're just oblivious. They paying attention to so many other things going on. Your feelings is the last thing because they have responsibilities, real life, physical, tangible responsibilities to worry about, and that can get them carried away. And then onto what you just said, consequences hits for not actively listening, and then they start paying attention. And I had real life situations where I'm like, I didn't realize you were dealing with that. The way you interpreted how you felt was like I was being wicked. I was doing something to you.
They weren't listening.
Until there was understanding.
Yeah.
Right?
Until I said, I'm going to save myself. And then...
Right.
That
then
got your attention.
What does save yourself mean? My whole family is falling apart. Right?
Well...
So now that gets my attention, right?
I can't give from an empty cup. So, gotta refill my cup. All right?
She can't help it. She
can't
help it.
Oh, beauty.
You can never give from an empty cup.
Anyway.
Never.
But
even for your kids,
right.
You can't.
So
very important to take care of yourself.
So it's men don't listen, women don't lie.
Right.
Verbatim, literally, yeah, it's a lie. As a thing, how it plays out in families, that's why you have all of these divorces. A lot of men are not paying attention is what it means.
They're not.
Right? And then they start paying attention when it's often too late. Right? Majority of the divorces you see in the courts is exactly what's going on. It's not a woman trying to be wicked and trying to steal out for your money. It's emotional issues that were swept under the rug for too long.
And can I say, do you know how many women are actually in mental homes because they lost their ish because of a man? Like, come on. People got to take care of themselves.
How many men do you think have committed the ultimate?
I'm sure there are men that have. I mean, I see the stats out there.
So if we get into that,
they have to also take care of themselves.
What?
When something
What about the one in
not
mental
working,
home? Well, I'm demonstrating something. What about the one in mental home? Should they have to take care of themselves too?
They have to, because they didn't take care of themselves. That's why they landed.
The women?
Yes.
So you're saying ultimately all of us need to take care of ourselves.
We have
self-preservation.
You cannot give what you don't have.
Self-love, self-respect.
Yes.
Self-esteem.
You have to renew yourself.
She's 100% correct. She's right about that. Oh, that's ultimate.
If not, you'll be transferring aggression, even on your own loved ones. Those children are the ones that will still suffer. And then they'll take that. Like, I watched a little bit of Auntie Obodo's show today, and I was just like, yes! Like, what is wrong with these people? Like, transferring aggression on your
transferring
kids.
aggression. You're right.
Horrible.
So even from a mother to a daughter in this situation, right?
Yeah, because your husband is acting out. Now you're taking out on your kids. I beg, leave the situation now.
A lot of us have those trauma and we're dealing with it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the same kids will grow up to be adults, and now it will show up in their own relationship.
Right.
It molds us.
It shows up.
It does.
Your kids will have to deal with this later on. She said, she said, who's the daddy? Women tell the worst lies. Men may lie a lot. Wahala.
Even men, they lie. No shade. Nigerian men. Some Nigerian men, since I was maybe 13 years, I love you. It's a car. They will say whatever they need to say to get into your panties. So I think humans lie. In general.
Yeah. I think humans are liars. Human beings are liars.
Why the fuck you lie?
Yeah. It's something else they're dealing with. They say something else out of their mouth, but it's really the emotions playing all kind of Nollywood and Hollywood movies behind the scenes. But yeah, I'll keep her. I guess it would also depend on the man or how healthy he is. A man who isn't emotionally or mentally healthy would demand for respect without trying to earn it.
Yes.
Yeah. Men that ask for respect or obsessed with asking for respect from women is personal. That's all I can tell you. It's very personal.
Have you seen the way they talk?
And, it's usually personal.
I'm always like, who you be?
And especially when they tell me, yeah, he pondering. Yeah. I'm like, bro, don't.
Oh my God.
Take it easy. Don't choke. You need water and cold shower. You need to earn respect. It's better so you can take full credit for it, and so you can keep having it, because people mimic the level of self-respect you have, and if there's nothing to copy, you could just collect wutu over and over again. Respect is not about gender. It's about how you conduct yourself. In reality, that is very true. Okay, when you start factoring social and emotional intelligence, you need to be aware, ladies. You need to be aware that your power, you have a lot of power in understanding that men crave a certain type of respect.
They
okay,
do.
you will shoot yourself on the foot if you disregard this. Okay, it's not your fault, but kind of your fault. Again, you live in a social environment and people think a certain type of way because they've socialized themselves in that direction, and it's like arguing with your destiny at some point. You got to pay attention to that. In reality, for the long run, you're absolutely correct. Respect will be earned, including the one that you give that person that you're in love with. Any dash respect will be taken back. Okay, just so you know, if they dash you respect, it will be taken back. It's not sustainable. In a relationship context, if respect is taken away from a man, he might no longer feel inspired to be of Toby and tribe.
She on point.
Yeah, she got it.
On point.
All right, so let's do this. We want to move on to the next topic.
What's the next topic?
You don't know what the next topic is? Oh my God, we did one for how many minutes? Like an hour. We got to keep it a little bit shorter this time around. But you know what time it is. We'll be right back. Wahala. Wahala, 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 wahala.
Wala wala Nigeria don rip us so ati go sawa kolu. Hey! Wala wala wala.
I can't believe Portable is looking normal to me now. I can't believe it. I was so scared of that guy when I first saw him. I was like, what?
But it was looking normal to you. Interesting.
Oh my God, it's interesting.
All right. How many of you know this story? There's a guy. It's a podcaster. It's also an adult entertainer on OnlyFans. All right, and let me see. Some of you are like, "What TBD?" So what it is? This is what's going on. This is a family matter right now. This is what's going on. Okay, he has a podcast or a network, you might want to call it, called the No Jumper. And okay, so they've always done OnlyFans, right? This is triggering a lot of men, especially. This is triggering them left and right everywhere.
Another man's business.
You know, we have a video on lolaanola.com, our second channel. That video says, wife, 10 tips to find out if your wife slept with somebody else or something like that. So I was like, oh, this is kind of a congruent with this topic, because this is trendy right now. As a matter of fact, over the last 24 hours, they actually released a video. So the white boy, let me show you the white boy.
White boy.
The white boy, that's his wife on the microphone. She has somebody else's microphone in her mouth on film now, and this is them. He permitted it. Did he permit it? That's a question that we need to answer really quickly. We know that we're in the generation of woke generation. Ladies.
What do you mean obìnrin? Oh my God.
I'm telling you. Wait, I'll give you the gist in a second, okay?
Please give us
I'll give you the gist.
They
they even have babies, okay? They even have babies. Can you imagine that? Oh my God. So here's what TMZ is saying. Let's just pull up what TMZ is saying. We'll take it from there. So searches soar. People are looking for the video. People are pervs. Jesus Christ. As saw on this adult website, as her other men seen the buttes. That's them right there. That's them right there. Okay, so it says podcaster Adam22 is fending off his haters, saying letting his wife Lena the plug. What a name.
Lena the plug. Wow. Deep.
Let Lena the plug have Kerewa with another dude on camera was a great business move. And now there's hard data to back that up. I mean, there is hard data. Pause. Hard data.
Okay.
So, Jesus Christ.
The way you're even saying the hard data, like, chill, bro.
Pause.
Read this thing.
Yeah. I'm triggered.
You are?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the juice.
Okay, I'm telling you the juice right now. A rep for the the other side tells TMZ, the adult website, tells TMZ since word spread last month about Lena's new scene with Jason Love, okay, who is an adult actor. I'm saying adult, like Kerewa on.
Yeah, so they don't come and
Kerewa for film. Kerewa for film. Searches for her have skyrocketed 2,000%. Adam 22 lookups also climbed by a whopping 4,000%, and searches for Jason have grown by 1,400. Look at the data. Jesus Christ. Look at that thing, the spike. Anyway, all those massive increases are okay. So the gist is that he decided. Then I'll read this. It makes sense. They'll probably give us a backstory. They'll give us backstory. Let me just read it. All those massive increases are compared to 2 weeks before the buzz around Lena's scene. Bottom line is she's now the site's top trending model. A big leap from number 23. Okay, if this is somebody's wife. Okay. Somebody's wife. Okay, let me show that. Somebody's wife, somebody's kid's mother. Okay, that's what we're talking about. If you don't know, Lena and Jason's big scene dropped Thursday night on OnlyFans, and while PH post debut analytics haven't come out yet, it's safe to say all three of them will continue to soar in popularity on the site. All right, and so basically what happened, as we reported, Adam was catching flack for letting his wife, whom he'd just married a few months ago, they just got married, sleep with Jason, but he's insisted it was great for their careers. We got Adam 22 out on Friday in LA, and he says Lena's new scene has already brought in a boatload of cash. And this might sound weird to some. It does sound weird to me. But he says it's actually improved their sex life. Some of these men hating on this guy need improved sex life. Let me just say that. Career well. No, I can say sex.
Oh, you can?
Just dear in doses. Not too much. After watching the scene together a few times, the verbal abuse on Twitter obviously isn't bothering Adam. Somebody that will allow his wife to do that. Do you think words will bother him on the internet? He's a podcaster, but some weirdos will still try it. But anyway, on Twitter obviously isn't bothering Adam, who gave wifey a Lambo to congratulate her on all the success. I'm still triggered.
Are you?
I'm on the fence. As usual. But anyway, I'm guessing this is a scene from the actual scene.
That's gotta be. She looks like she's having fun.
Ha!
She's on the height.
Hey.
Yeah.
What?
What's really? That's what the picture look like now, Abby. The eyes are rolling backwards.
Anyway, what's your take on this? What do you think about this, baby?
So while you were reading that,
before I get your take, let me see if anybody has something to say about this. I don't think so. Kenneth, what's up? Hey, Kenneth. Is that Kenneth, my G? Also, many people are calling him secure for allowing his wife to do it. I beg, did the meaning of the word secure change?
It don't change.
What people are peak?
It don't change. Everything has changed.
It's the extremes. People can't think outside of extremes. So because a man allows somebody to blow his wife's back out, he's now secure.
It don't change.
I would argue that it's the opposite. Okay, this is probably an insecure man. A man whose move in life is all about money is probably insecure, but we'll get there. Thank you for that, keepers. I needed that. I was looking for a word, but you helped me. They say Auntie's Kweku stopped functioning for a month after that Oga did not do well.
You're welcome.
Let me get your take on this, babe. What do you think? a lot of people, our biggest video right now, at least in the last 28 days on lolaandlola.com, is 10 something, 10 tips to find out if you're, let me find it so I don't, just in case you guys want to go watch it, because the bottom line is that a lot of men are traumatized by this. Yeah, by the idea, by even the possibility that their wife's back could be blown out by another man. Top video, 24,000 views, 10 signs your wife just slept with someone else. So men, this is one of their biggest fear.
So a typical man would not want this to happen.
Yeah, so they're searching for signs. They're already suspecting. An insecure man is already, so there's an insecure man is searching on the internet right now for the signs because he's already feeling insecure. Okay, and now the lames think because a man allowed that, he's secure. No, it's not what an opposite, but yeah, that's where we are. I want to hear what you have to say about this, baby.
They got me at the business move, right? And it just reminded me of, while I was growing in Nigeria, where a man will use his girlfriend as a losho and eventually dump her and marry somebody else.
Right.
I don't see their marriage lasting. I am not too surprised because this kind of people, I question their values.
Right.
Like, okay, for money reason, you are selling your soul, you are going on OnlyFans. That's already a red flag to me.
That's all types of red flags.
I don't think he really loves the girl, because if you love someone, you won't have that happen to them. So you won't use them the way you're using them. I think he's using her. She's making money.
So it's either she's using her, or he is that weak of a man, which is still equals to weak, right? It's all types of red flags with this, right?
There's a lot of red flags.
For a typical human being in 2023. I don't know about 2073, but now that's all types of red flags. So they always think in extreme. So it's now secure because so you don't believe he loves her?
I except if that changed too. I don't believe there's love in that. If you would because a normal human being, because I don't want to say typical.
A normal
you
human
will say
being. No, it's typical. No, you're right. No, context matter when I say that.
Okay, a typical human being would not allow this.
It's still normal. A normal human being would not allow this. Yeah.
There are reasons why this is happening.
A normal human being. So we talked about jealousy over the past few sessions here.
Right.
We talked about jealousy. We talked about this healthy jealousy. You do want him to show some kind of jealousy.
And a woman that values herself
or you
would not allow a man, or I don't know, maybe she's the one even asking for it. But
this is where I'm going. Do you think she's the one asking for this?
It's possible, but for him to also allow, that means he's on board with it.
No, so we've just talked about that. He's a weak man, in my opinion, for allowing this. But I'm not shaming him, okay? Weak in the sense of it's not a bad person. Weak mentally, emotionally, with respect to our society. This is a man who thinks he needs this level of money and clout to be a man. Okay, so that's what I mean, not in terms of disrespect.
What if he has a fetish? There's so many angles to look at it.
So fetish, okay, the fetish must include the clout then. Because you can have the fetish in your
indoors,
in your privacy, and you don't have to show that to the world.
Fetish with the clout,
right?
With all the money that is being made, and how hypocritical we humans are. We're here criticizing them. The next minute we're looking for the video we want to watch. We make it.
So that's the hypocrisy there, right?
Yeah.
So that, and we're talking in general right now.
Yes.
No one can really judge this man at the end of the day. Okay, if you get too obsessed with judging this man, I will have to question you.
This is their business. Sounds like their business. I look at them. You know how you look at people and be like, these ones are weird, dude.
Yeah.
That's what it is for me.
Yep.
Weird, and I'm moving on.
Yep.
But to really judge them, I think they can judge themselves.
Yep.
And before you know it, you can have something happening like that and not self-destruct. What's going to happen to that child?
Yes.
I'm more concerned for
So when they asked him about the child, he said, Yeah. That's literally what he said. He said,
He doesn't care.
That's literally what he said. Like it's not part of his concern right now, you know. But again, so what happened was like about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I started seeing this floating around. And basically, there were people who were pushing this around, and basically I think it was a live show. This is the
It was
adult.
live?
No. This was a live.
Okay.
Live. She did this live. Like guess who it is? They used that to announce that they are recording the scene. Yeah, they're recording the scene, and. You know, this guy apparently.
People like this, they tend to be depressed. And when you look at their history, just look. I would love to know where she's coming from, the trauma that she has going on. Because for you to devalue yourself,
somebody just looked
like
at you. A woke person just looked at you and said, "Look at her." And I was talking about trauma.
They can say
Trauma. You're judging.
we'll all be here.
We'll be here
Yeah,
when the
yeah,
story
no
plays
day.
out.
When the story plays out. So I'm just saying, it's not normal.
No, it's not normal. It's weird, precisely. It's a weird thing, and I'm triggered by it. Why? Because I'm part of the social construct. It's weird. What do you want me to tell you? I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is weird.
Even the guy is not normal.
Chidima says, also, a man allowing his wife to low-key carry away another man. Maybe low-key agege. You know what agege is, right?
Maybe he likes it.
Maybe he likes men.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You never know.
Okay, we're just saying. It's weird. The point is that it's all weird. Maybe he married her for this purpose.
That's real.
Contact marriage. Well, we know that this type of marriages don't last too, for the most part. Okay, so we shall see. We will be here. You know.
You're not going to marry a nun tomorrow after he has all the money.
But it's a lot of disrespect going on here. Is that him that's tall? Somebody made up this picture. You know, I think he did. This is on his own podcast. So he made this up. He doesn't care what you're saying, basically. Okay? He made this whole thing up. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn this off. Somebody's yeah, it's mommy. I'm going to have to just turn that off and get back to that. All right, let's get back to the game. Sorry about that. All right, so let's see. I share this instead. I want to go back to. I don't think they have boundaries. Everything is possible for them. Even inanimate objects are not safe. Not inanimate objects. Protect them at all costs. Abiba says again, love can be subjective. He could argue that. Yeah, he could argue that, but he's full of shit if he says that. We know what love means to most human beings.
Yeah,
and that's what we have to go by. Most people, when they say love, they're either talking about being in love with a person, affection, feelings, or they're talking about loving a person long term for the purpose of family, not just some random plugging each other from behind by strangers. No, that's not most people, and we're not going to accept that until 50 years time. In 50 years time, we will reassess. Okay,
It's
for
not
now, it's off. It's
that is not
weird.
the definition of love, according to the dictionary.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And what I like about him is that it's not arguing with his destiny. He's having fun with it. So
He said even for
he knows he
business,
can't argue with
He said
this.
business moves. What's in concern you now?
Yeah. Let me tell her. That's her number. She alafiani. She alafiani, mommy. Daddy, she alafiani. Our little live session. Benny. Ṣé ká pè yín padà? Benny.
Okay, no problem. Mo test kini lọ́wọ́ ni.
Ó ṣiṣẹ́ mo mọ̀ pé yín nítorí èmi mo create.
I'm not sorry.
Okay, no problem. Yes. So I'll make sure they're good. That's my folks. They called my wife after they can't get me.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, love can be subjective. Okay, we already talked about that. This looks like a lifestyle and mindset choice. Yes, it does. And that's why you're lame if you overreact to this and you try to paint this as everybody, the world is deteriorating. No, you're lame. Relax.
How many people is doing this?
Okay, relax.
Most of the people.
Relax. Okay, it's not that deep.
Not that deep.
It's Adam 22 and Lena the plug. Okay, we can laugh. It's okay to laugh in this and not trying to. This is what's wrong with these women these days. No, it is not. You are what's wrong with these women these days. Lame behavior, lack of social intelligence, lack of emotional intelligence, lack of being able to pay attention to context. We're talking about Adam 22 and Lena the plug. Okay, thank you.
If they don't care, I don't care.
Oh, that's what's wrong with this world. You don't care, so like exactly. See, our own matter don't become your matter right now. Relax.
Because most people I know are not doing
this. Is our opinion, okay? Most people in our circle, they are triggered too, but they also know how to say,
mind your business.
To each his own, right? I wonder what the objective behind this was. They said money. Is it an open marriage or was it done to improve her career? Curious about the mindset. I think all their reasons are cap for long term. I think also money. Money is a big motivator in this.
Money now,
and I think they are troubled. And I'm not judging them.
You cannot tell me that there's no troubled.
Yeah, they're troubled.
It's not normal.
Your normal household did not raise these kids. Okay, stop it. Stop being so woke. Okay, all right. D-Love says, I trust D-Love. They're both weird. What kind of fame are you looking for to subject yourself to this? Ew. Mm-hmm. A lot of these adult entertainers came out later. See, these are the issues. They come out as they are something. Something that we're not usually familiar with. Okay.
Come out later.
And speak of their regret. It's all over YouTube. I heard it's the fans that pushed for him to take their content in that direction. Well, that's stupid.
That's very real what you just said.
Yeah.
They all, if you follow a lot of these people, eventually they come out with the regrets. And that's why I said, now here we go, day. If they prove to be one of those that don't regret it, oh well, that's good for them. That's their life.
Yep.
And they're entitled to it. Yep. But I still feel for the baby, okay? Can we not have kids when we're doing this?
Yep. 15 months later, we're here for Yule's story. Shout out to Yule Edochie for being the gift that keeps giving. May God protect those kids.
Amen.
Oh, Chidima said, Daddy Prestige on the line. Are you giving me name? Chidima.
Prestige, no.
Chie, happy Sunday, Chie. How far? The Bible is so right. Money is the root. The love of money.
The love of money, yes.
Is the root of all evil. I don't think, I think we should leave it at that. I don't think there's much to say to this, right?
Look, these people said this is what they want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not using Panadol for anybody's headache. It's not what my time.
Yep. We'll be right back. Imagine a StreamYard is broken and everything we said behind the scene just now you heard it. Can you imagine? Anyway.
It's called reality TV show.
Intimacy. Wife make no effort to put the baby in bed. I want this to be all organic. You want to tell us the story? Some of you think we're perfect. We're not perfect.
What's the story?
Okay.
I think you should start with the story.
How? Which part do you want me to have?
I don't know. You start wherever you want.
Me more. All right, let's start with this story. One of our biggest videos on our platform, it says, wife makes no effort in bed. It's one of our biggest video on lolaandola.com. You could go watch that. I'm sure it's one of the biggest videos. I'm trying to see if I can find it right now. Wife makes no effort in bed. This is one of men's point of contention, something they struggle with, You know, men understand that they're supposed to do the pursuit,
They want to be chased too.
Yeah. But that's easier said than
done.
Okay. So,
I think when men say those things, they forget about culture. So it's different. Cultures are different. I grew up in Nigeria. Nigeria, the way they treat Kerewa is like in a prudish manner. If you
What's Buddhist? Me,
like,
listen. Pressure.
It's like when you talk about
pressure.
It's supposed to be a bad thing. Like, like you don't do it.
Right.
We can't have a conversation around it.
Right.
This is how we're raised in
so
Nigeria.
that affects Nigerian women?
They don't talk about it. So you don't educate your kids about Kerewa. But all of a sudden, when they grow up, they're supposed to hang on the stripper pole
for my Onyibo friends, Kerewa means sex.
Yes. So you're supposed to now wake up as a woman and just know everything about Kerewa. It doesn't work that way. Most people that are very comfortable with their sexuality they've always been that way. Like, for example, someone from Cuba was telling me that sex was something that was always discussed.
Okay.
In their culture.
From their culture.
It's not something that, but you're advised that when you're older, that's when you should do it, because that's when you would enjoy it.
Okay.
But in our own culture, they will tell you, if you do it, this is what will happen to you. And if this happens to you, your life will be destroyed. In fact, you're not supposed to go near it. They don't tell you the benefits of it when you're supposed to do it. They don't even talk about it at all. And then they're surprised that some women, because I would say some, because some women become liberated when they get older. They find their way around and, they get back on track. But for some women, they don't even know what that feels like.
Right.
They're like, why? To them, it's like a job. It's like a chore. And some men, because I won't say most men, they also don't know what it means to please their women.
Right. So let me. Yeah, you're going there already. See, that's why I asked you to start, but it's good. It's good that you're bringing it together.
Amen.
So some few nights ago, I came to bed. Right. I'd had a long day. Okay. I'm letting you know right now. There's no perfection here. Okay.
I've had a long day.
I've had a long day. For me as a person, I think most men would agree to this. A lot of men, at least, would agree to this. That when women are stressed out, the last thing on their mind is Kerewa.
Absolutely.
Ladies, do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
When men are stressed out,
the next thing is to Kerewa.
Yes.
How does that work?
Well, not the next thing is to Kerewa, but they don't mind a little Kerewa to relieve the stress. Okay, they're also stressed out. Men are stressed out, and the last thing could be Kerewa too. But they don't mind a little Kerewa. But bringing Kerewa to a woman who is stressed out is like, how do we say that?
It's like swimming against the tide. Are you trying to drown? It's just a question.
Actually, yes.
You're trying to drown.
But anyway, I was so excited. Anyway, so then I came to bed late evening, and I found that my
how late?
Very late.
Past
you were
12?
knocked out past 11.
Past 11?
Right. And I had a long day, and I noticed that our small madam here is still awake. and I'm like, and I was like, you didn't put this baby to bed. She had an idea of what I'm talking about, right? Because she knows when I need to get some, right?
I do.
But you do now. You don't?
Not all the time.
This one you knew.
I did?
Yeah, you did. You did it?
You entered it?
Huh?
Did you enter it?
No, I just felt like you knew, because you won't take an offense if you didn't know.
That's where.
Because eventually in this story you took an offense to something.
Yes, I did.
So if you didn't know, you wouldn't take an offense.
You're telling me to put the baby to bed, like, dude.
So I said, baby, you didn't put this baby to bed. I think that's what gave you the hint, right?
We're transferring aggression.
Konji is a bastard. Konji.
It is.
I swear.
I know they like me, then they transfer aggression.
Your daddy.
I don't like it. I'm a short woman. I have a short man syndrome.
Now, here's the thing.
Come for me.
The lesson I want people to pull out of this is that you can know something theoretically. There's a lot of people that know a lot of theories.
Right.
Right? But in practice, it's basically...
the only human.
Alright, so I do the only thing that I would say I'm better than for a lot of people is that I'm also aware that there's a difference between knowing something in theory and practice. A lot of people don't know, they're not even aware at all that, listen, you can know some things theoretically. When it comes to real life, right, it's a different ballgame, right? Especially when emotions are involved and stuff like that, right? And you're trying to get somebody in the mood. The key thing is that I wasn't trying to get her in the mood. That was the last thing. I was in a place of selfishness.
You wanted me to be Lena the plug.
I wanted you to just
in the plug.
Lena
like,
in the plug,
dude.
just collect what.
Excuse me.
No, I don't want my wife to be Lena in the plug. Let's take that back.
Okay.
You know, my wife is nobody's plug. It's my plug only.
Yeah, you want me to be your
I get
plug,
to be the plug.
but sir, hold it.
No, wait. Let's take this back. This is all coming out wrong, okay? You're nobody's plug. You're my wife.
I'm your plug. Right? But even as your own plug.
Wait, you're saying it wrong. I do the. It's coming out wrong. Stop! No. Stop it. All right, we don't need to be making crazy analogies. Let's get back to the story.
No plugging here.
No pluggings, okay?
All right.
As far as they're concerned, okay?
Yes.
Anyway, so right now we're still talking about, wife makes no effort. She said makes no effort. See, Oyibo gonna say don't collect. Makes no effort in putting the baby to put the baby to bed. Okay, so this is real life story. It's a few days ago. Okay, who is laughing there? Why did I see a bunch of yellow?
And you
why are you laughing? Are you laughing at me?
You forgot what brother. Oh, shit. What's our favorite brother? Brother Patrick said to you.
What did he say?
He didn't say it to you, but he said it that
rubbing your feet.
He rubs his wife's feet.
All right.
Give her a little massage. Prepare
Shout out to
her.
Brother Patrick for that. Anyway,
you just want to be entering.
I had a long day. That's my excuse, my story. I'm sticking to it, and I needed to relieve some stress. Okay, got to bed and I noticed that small madam is awake. Okay, in my little fantasy head, right? My wife got the gist. She got some hints earlier, and she knew to put that baby to bed, and she didn't.
Okay,
and I didn't like that.
And men don't listen, and women can't read maps. Okay, that's my excuse.
Right? So and I was like, so now talking about it long after, after that, then she was now saying, like, I forgot exactly how. Maybe you can now tell them, because then I'm like, then I knew better. No, I wasn't. So in that moment I wasn't, because now to her credit, because my wife, she takes care of me in this respect, right? So, and she was like, okay, I'll put the baby to bed right now, but in that, even me, once she doesn't realize in that type of moment, is that even me, I'm okay. I don't want anymore at that point in time. I don't want stressful. Yes. Just take like that.
Just take it like that.
I don't want that kind of care. That's not who I am. I'm good, right? And especially that I'm not starved, so I can deal with it.
Were you entitled?
No, I wasn't. I'll let you tell your own side of the story, okay? And then I won't. Right? So yeah, maybe I could have been entitled, but it wasn't entitlement. I'm stressed. That's my story, and I needed to knock some off.
Of me, I be wood, I be.
See me, I be firewood too, Nani. Anyway, yeah. So what happened was that I was just in my, like, okay, I'm just gonna go to bed. Then you said I'm gonna put her to bed right now. I said, okay, babe, go ahead.
That's what we're trying to save the day.
Now I didn't realize that you store that moment there.
Of course,
or something,
I did.
because for me it was just me and my wife talk and say, okay, all right, and she says we're going to put her to bed, and then I lie down, and guess what happens to, lo and behold, your man, I slept off, right?
Within 5 minutes.
5 minutes, that's all it takes me. If I lie down, I have intentions to sleep, 3 to 5 minutes I will sleep, okay? And God has blessed me that way, So I slept. So we were now talking. I forgot what brought up the conversation again later on, and then you now told me you were now talking about how is that how you put a woman in the mood, right? By saying you didn't put the baby to bed and stuff like that.
That's a turn off.
And then he woke up like I'm like.
Bob lights.
Like,
turned on.
I know better than that, right?
Yes.
I know better than that. So I was
do.
like, you're right.
You do.
That's terrible.
It was the African man in you just came. I'm like, eh?
So just in case you've always wonder, Konji is not your mate. Exactly.
I bet.
Konji is a bastard. So that was that. So I wanted her to tell you from her standpoint how you explained it to me. It was basically a reminder, because I can imagine trying to explain this to a man who doesn't know any better, which is a lot of men. They don't know. Okay, they're thinking of it's a duty, responsibility. You're supposed to just show up and do it, right?
Excuse me.
Do it, right? Nah. So how did you? I want you to tell me what was going through your mind in that moment when I didn't know, because I went to bed. I slept like a baby.
Yeah, I slept
so it wasn't
too
that
afterwards. Deep. I did sleep too. Once you slept, I was like, oh, I'm going to bed.
You slept.
Yeah.
But then I was tapping all kind of current in the middle of the night, like I usually do.
You did.
Yeah, so it could matter anyway, right?
But
what?
I did say to you that you can't you've had a long day at work.
Right.
I probably have had a long day at work too. And even when I'm home with the kids, I'm still working.
So
a woman's job
and I now told you that it was more so about the flexibility. When I'm out on the street, I don't work any harder, really. It's just I'm out, right? So this schedule is not as flexible.
Yes, so
as when I work from home.
You feel like when you're home more, you get more kiriwa, right?
I feel like it's easier for you to initiate.
Yes, it is.
Like you do a lot of initiation when I'm home. You're the one that's actually calling me.
Yes.
But when the opposite
that's not the normal me.
What's your normal you?
That's not the normal me from back in the days.
Well, let's not talk about back of the days.
That's me being intentional.
Okay.
And saying I want to take care of my man. And I do that. And when you go back to work and our schedule shifts because of you having to work long hours, and I also have to be home by myself with the kids and also go to work, it shifts for the both of us. And you coming back assuming that I didn't have a long day, sir.
So when
you needed to be checked.
Let's show our full face in this moment right now. Okay, somebody help me. At what point in what I just said did I say, ladies, help me? Did I say you didn't have a long day too?
You didn't say
what
that.
Did I say that insinuated that?
You assumed that because you came, you said, I still didn't put the baby to bed. I didn't put our toddler to bed. By the way, he knows this our toddler. Very, very stubborn. If you're talking about coconut head, that's my baby girl.
Watch this. It's very simple.
He knows.
It's very as far as in my head is concerned, right? If you want some of this fineness, check this out. Check this out. Hey, listen.
It's not pride, dude.
Listen.
Okay.
If you want some of this fineness, right? And I said, baby, put that baby to bed. It's very simple in my head.
So you have to be a dictator in the moment.
No, wait.
Where is the seductive part of you that really wants this?
So you're catching it in real time.
This fine
They are catching
woman.
it in real time now. They're catching it in real time right now. The seductive part about it, right?
Yeah.
So I said, babe, you put the baby in bed. When I come down, it's going down.
You didn't do that.
He died. No, I didn't do that shit.
Yeah,
honestly, I didn't.
It
was just like his duty, responsibility, his time. Put the baby.
Yes.
I didn't do exactly that.
You
obviously.
didn't do exactly that, but your tone.
The way I didn't do hello niyato idaji oni shetoka. See the smile she's coming on her face. I didn't do any of that, right? If I did that, maybe she'll feel better. She'll feel wanted, and she will do right. But what I did is like, babe, I'm about to go do something right now. Can you put the baby to bed when I come back? I didn't say any of that. I just said put the baby to bed. Right?
And can I call you out?
Yes, please.
Since I have been initiating, you've not been initiating as much. Okay? And I'm a woman, I like to be chased.
Wahala.
I'm not chasing no man.
Wahala.
Okay?
Not me, did you be that?
What happened to all the nice strawberries that used to come to my job? I didn't get that. I didn't get no sexy text message. I didn't get how's your day going, and then you want to carry what?
You're getting this smile and all
Yes,
of this finance. That's not enough. And somebody's talking about entitlement.
I need more.
Anyway,
I
let's
need more.
talk about the
You
lessons.
want to
in this.
carry what? Your woman in the nighttime. It starts from the morning. Totori me. Finger me in the brain. Let me feel like, oh no, I can't wait.
This is what they call
for this guy to come
gbogbo
home.
fún ọ̀lẹ gbogbo fún ọ̀lẹ mi. Gbogbo fún ọ̀lẹ. But yeah, I think there was some real life lessons in that. You know, we do get carried away. I talk about, you know, we've talked about being oblivious. A lot of people, they interpret oblivious as wickedness, and you're not abnormal if you do. I just want you to be aware that we're not necessarily just like I thought, or I assumed, or I insinuated, or I come off as you're supposed to know better.
Exactly.
There's a lot going on with the person.
And
Vice
I'm
versa.
very sensitive. Like I catch it.
And she didn't tell me in that moment,
like,
right?
I keep it
It became a conversation, and then she was like, and I'm like, oh, you know, like, true, right? But I was also coming from a very authentic place, right? You guys know I don't believe in obsessive, you know, duty, responsibility driven conversations around romantic relationships. I don't believe in that. I think it falls on its face anyway. People do what they feel. It's as simple as that. And they will justify a soft life for everybody. People have options, okay? So if you're not aware of that, you will just collect for no reason, right? So, but I was just in my own moment, late night. I'm like, you know what? I want to wind down. I want to wind with her, you know. So in that moment in time, my brain disconnected from the fact that this is a human being, my wife.
What does Lola need in the moment?
No, it was, listen, when you say that, it puts me back into my own need.
I'm just saying, if you wanted the baby to be put to bed, you could make an effort to also try to help with that.
How?
I would appreciate that. I don't know.
I forgot to say something.
You can
Listen,
perform magic.
she made me forget to say something.
What did you forget to say?
This is how easy it is to put her to bed. Turn the damn light off. Okay. Now here's the deal. She was the light to put her to sleep too.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Once I sleep, I don't want to be woken up.
So the light will put her to sleep too. So
I like sleep.
But I also know enough that if I wake her up, it's not really a big deal. She might grumble and learn something, but then she will enjoy it. Yeah. Well, anyway.
Isn't that what happened at the end of the day?
But she was, and I resent that. If you were grumpy when I woke you up, don't enjoy it.
But you enjoy it anyway.
No. You're missing the point.
I actually enjoy it.
One thing at a time.
I enjoy it.
If you were grumpy, if I happen to wake you up, which is by the way an initiation, if I woke you up and if you were grumpy, stay grumpy after we're done.
I can't stay grumpy. I'm human. When something is sweetening me, I will react.
Stay grumpy.
Okay, I can't stay grumpy.
No, stay grumpy. I don't want to hear no moaning, nothing.
I enjoyed it. In fact, I was starting to think, maybe we should wait 1 week.
Listen, if you think I'm treating you like firewood, you need to act like firewood. Okay?
Wow.
But anyway, that's part of, but anyway, the key lesson here is the complacency. You know, the idea here is what most of us tend to do is point fingers. This person didn't do this, they didn't do this, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, right? And naturally so, I get that. Naturally, you do that. But I want you to be aware that most of this stuff, if we're talking about two couples that actually love each other, most of it is complacency. Yes. Enough to lead you down the divorce route. Yes. Okay. Complacency, obliviousness, see finish, right? Taking each other for granted because it's readily available, right?
Exactly.
So when you do find yourself in this space, it's not just to you. You should just be aware that, let's retract back. Let's trace our steps back, and let's love on each other. And don't do less love on each other. That's not practical. Love on that person. Whichever side, whoever is catching in themselves self-awareness fast enough, love on that person in their own language. use their language to love on them as soon as you catch it.
Hold me, hug me, touch me.
Chill with me. You see how she's doing me.
Chill with me.
Me. Right? Me. Anyway, whoever catches it first. Here's why it's fair. But why should it me first? Well, it's like it will be reciprocated, right? It's going to become a two-way street anyway, right? So if you're the one initiating, go for it, right? But you need to also be aware that if you are initiating so long that the other person starts to feel like they're the only one initiating, it can also create even more complacency. And if you do too many of that, you might end up destroying everything and everything around it, you know?
Right.
So what is your love language, baby? Somebody said I should listen to your love language.
Act of service. So my love language is act of service. You do stuff for me, you know.
What do we know about act of service? I think I pointed this out to you 2 weeks ago or so.
What do you know?
What do we know about act of service being your love language, and the fact that it's not necessarily like an absolute. If I do act of service for you, on and on.
If you take some of the burden from me.
No, not that.
Like, for example, like, you wanted the baby to go to bed, right? You could have stepped in and saved the day.
How? Sway.
What do you mean, how? Figure it out. Not me.
Sway.
How sway?
Hey, figure it out. He's the
So
burden.
usually when I do that, it's because I'm busy with something else. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm busy with something else, usually there's no such thing I'm busy with that's not for us, right? So, and that doesn't excuse it, right? I still agree with you, right? But usually it's because I'm busy with something else. And then also, put this narcissistic people who take over their lives, right?
I beg you.
Right? For us, it's as simple as turn off the light. We already acknowledge that you probably go to bed too, right? And I tend to shy away from waking you up from your sleep. I don't like doing that to you.
Can we also acknowledge that it's dead late in the night? So if you're coming to bed at almost 12 o'clock, you should not be expecting...
No, that's too specific. That's not what I'm talking about. That's
it's
too
already
this
late.
what
I'm
we're talking about.
Sleepy. The baby is not sleeping.
What we're talking about.
By the way, she was doing coconut at that day.
I want to answer
She
this
didn't want
question.
to sleep.
I want us to answer this question.
Okay.
What we're talking about is not the specifics. This could happen at 12 in the middle of the afternoon for other people. Right? It's not the specific, because people tend to get stuck in the specifics. This is where they try to copy paste what we deal with to their own, and it doesn't work, right? It's really more about being oblivious, right? If you say you're giving me some every day, let's just say example, you say every day, you said to the
I'm
whole
initiating.
world, no, you said to the whole world that you give me kerewa.
I didn't say every day. I said
example, just example,
oh, okay.
right?
What?
Oh, beauty.
Excuse me?
Wait. A typical man stores that as a thing, right? The way you said every day in your head, every time you do it, you count that as one day into the past. Did you hear what I just said?
No.
Okay, let me help you. I know you're gonna get triggered with this. That's why I'm laughing already. Right?
Okay. You can't satisfy them.
If we do Kerewa today, right? As far as you're concerned, inside of here, the last time we did it is one day ago in your head.
No, it's every other day, babe. Stop.
Okay, all right. So let's say you said 48 hours, right? If we did it 7 days from now.
Stop touching my hair.
This part is very sensitive. If we did it 7 days,
so disrespectful.
If you did it 7 days if you did it 7 days ago, right, and you did it now, and you had a good time, inside of here right now, right, you consider that was the way your brain functions. No. That was 48 hours. You didn't count all of the 5 days before that.
It's the other way around for you.
How?
So I think, like I said, you're so spoiled that you get it so much that when you
I get it so much.
Yes.
Look at them.
Every other day. When you get it every other day, and then I have my visitor come, and you don't get it for the next 5 days. You forgot that my visitor is
so
here for 3.5 days.
Wait. So this is how I function. The visitors' days.
Yes.
Okay, what we're talking about, what do you call it? The period. Okay,
Yes.
for those that don't know what visitor, that's Yoruba English. And when the period comes,
yes.
my brain naturally. I've been doing this for how long? A long time. My brain is blocked out. I don't worry about that period. 7 days. I know it's less than 7 days, but I don't even worry about it.
Cap.
No, for me.
Cap.
For me, I don't.
Yeah, 7 days. You say 7 days, but that 7 days equals to 4 days in your head. Once it's 4 days, you think 7 days is here. I'm like, dude, I just finished.
Here's the beauty about all of this. Did you finish?
I didn't finish.
Okay.
I said acts of service is my love language.
Right.
If you want
that's what Chidima was over here helping you.
If you want me to do something for you, if you want me in my femininity, in my, seductive voice, help me in some of this burden. If you help me with something, then, that turns me on. And now I want to reciprocate.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. So
that's all I'm saying.
In that part, I am saying
stop the cap.
Stop the cap. All right.
Well, that's how I feel.
This is much more complicated than 5 love languages. 5 love languages is basic level. That's why the guy has multiple books beyond that.
Right.
All right. If your act of service, me, I help you wash your pata.
I've never asked you to do that.
You see how she got stuck on that as an example.
Don't use that example. There are people doing that.
The lames that want to think I wash pata, feel free to believe what you believe.
Please,
but anyway,
don't rope me into nonsense.
Let's say your love language is help me wash pata.
No. Help me wash the plates.
Okay, wash plates, right?
Yeah.
Let's say one thing I notice is that if I wash those plates on a consistent basis, there will be a new rice for another type of.
That's
that become that no.
That's how
I noticed
feel.
it. No, I noticed it. Okay.
How?
I just noticed it.
What else have I asked you to?
It becomes the less turn on. Shout out to Marcus is going to be here tomorrow. We're going to talk about this more in length.
Okay.
The only thing that all of us want is what we don't have.
Okay, so don't be predictable. I said. If you
she said don't be predictable.
By the way, you need to get what's this guy's song? Because that would be for me. What I have said, I didn't ask you to do it every day. I said if you wanted something in that moment, you could help me figure like, babe, what's going on? What do you need me to help you with?
What is my love language?
Your love language is word of affirmation.
So if I have you wash pata right now,
and
then okay, pot. Sorry, pot. If I have you wash the pot,
because that's when some
we're just using it for example.
Baby bloomers will now come here and be dragging somebody. I
never
asked you to.
Yeah, the woke ones, they can't see beyond context. But anyway, they all right. If I help you wash the pot, which I haven't washed in a long time because I got my fine ass son who takes care of that part now, right? But let's say I help you wash pots, right? And remember my love language is words of affirmation, and then I could go be now, and they be like, hey, that's why you wash pots, right? Guess what that does to me? Gotcha. Guess what that do to me?
What does that do?
My love language is words of affirmation. And you now say, hey, that's why you watch sports, eh?
Let me put
process
it.
That.
Let me make it easy for you.
This conversation is only good for people who are in good place. So
you don't even have to do most of those things. You don't even have to touch the pot. How about
No. You didn't answer the question.
Wait.
Can I say wait. She did not answer the question.
Is that why you did it?
If I wash pots.
You know why I said
Granted.
I only said that one time.
Chidima,
and now you're holding that.
Listen. Chidima is absolutely correct, right? Your love language is acts of service and it works. Okay? But it works when you actually understand it beyond just surface level. Okay? It works when you understand that the only thing she wants is what she doesn't have already. Okay? We're gonna talk more about that tomorrow. Okay? Right? If she's getting it all the time, that's no longer acts of service. That right now is bare minimum. Tell her, call. What is wrong with you washing
Baby,
or helping
baby,
your wife?
Calm down, okay? If you see me
Yeah.
struggling with something,
That's
you
assuming
know
that
me.
I see you
You
struggling.
know your wife. If you see me, you see, oh, she's a little stressed. She's struggling with something. Let me step in and help her.
Right.
Babe, what do you need me to help you with? Otto, you don't even have to watch sports. It's you being aware that something is
I was
off in
just
the
giving-
moment.
I gave no, it wasn't pot. It was pata first. It was not pot.
Don't use
That's the
pata.
specific. But anyway, have I ever multiple times said, "But babe, what do you need me for? Can I help with something?"
Yes, you have.
What
but
happened
that
to it?
night,
It's
it
no
was
longer-
arrogant. No.
No. You're stuck on that night now.
That night, no, because we're talking about that night.
No, I'm talking
You
about
said
everything.
putting the baby to bed, right?
No, that was just the leading
It's
topic.
the tone, too. That night was the tone.
The
The
tone.
tone was a turn off. It was like, you should know
Do the tone.
better.
Do
kind
the
of
do the
tone.
impression of the tone. Let me see.
I was like, oh, you didn't put the baby to bed. Like, dude, you haven't even asked me how my day went.
That doesn't sound
I've
like
not
me.
seen you all
Prestige
day.
family, save me. This doesn't sound like me.
Prestige family, you don't see this guy when he's
This doesn't sound like me.
When is
Wait,
is cranky.
Wait, let me. Is this what I did?
Wait,
You even put the baby to bed.
does Prestige family see you cranky?
Yeah,
They have.
yeah.
I
Just-
guarantee you.
I dragged the manita here the other day. They saw me.
don't know you like I know you.
No,
Even
they
mommy,
don't.
even your mom does not know
But
me.
what was the
does
last
not know
time?
You like
What
I
was
know
the
you.
last time you see me angry? Not cranky,
It's not
but angry.
It's not
But
anger.
so I want to separate that. So
It's
it's cranky.
crankiness. Yes.
It's like.
Okora,
Do you think it's crunchy?
transfer
You think it's
of-
crunchy?
Yes, crunchy can make a man cranky.
So if it's crunchy, why did you do something about it, babe?
Because I was stuck with a toddler that I wasn't gonna go to bed, even though I was trying. But you didn't see me trying.
No, it wasn't the toddler.
You thought that I wasn't trying at all.
Why are you calling my small madam toddler?
She's a toddler now.
That's just the sound right. But anyway, that woman, she knows what she's doing. I don't see her as a toddler. What we need to do is turn the damn light off, time out, and be in bed. Because you want this fineness.
And these are the issues. When you're a dictator, you're not gonna get anything.
Wahala.
But when you come humble, you
Let's
will
address the chat. Are you
will
done?
receive.
Are you done?
No, I am not done.
Okay.
I am not done.
Yeah, babe, I want to hear you. Talk to me.
My point is, I want you to understand that act of service is not you just washing plates, right? It's you seeing me, being present, seeing that I'm struggling with something, and being there to help me or saving the day.
So we are agreeing with that.
Exactly. That's what act of service is to me.
So we're agreeing on that.
Because you're taking some of the burden off of my shoulders in that moment.
So you like you saying it that way better than it's not the pot. Because that's what I said.
It's not the pot because now you're
It's
going
not
to
the
wash
pot.
pot every day.
It's not the pot.
I didn't ask you to go and wash pot. Your shoes that you have scattered on
Gentlemen,
the
pay attention. All right. It's the same point we're making, but we have to go through the process.
Wow.
Okay? We have to get there using our own route. Because if we don't get there using our own route, Conchi is a bastard.
I still haven't finished.
Okay, continue.
Your
I'm still here. I
shoes
got
that
time.
you left on the staircase that is just annoying.
How many shoes? How many pairs? How many
hold
pairs of
on,
shoes?
Roll up. I still want.
Roll up. I need that sound effect. Somebody send me the video. Roll up. Get out of here.
In that walk-in closet, I looked at how organized my shoes are, and I looked at your side, and I was like, "That's a turn off."
Can you throw me under the bus?
I am throwing you under the bus right now, and right now I need a bathroom divorce from you. A bathroom divorce. You need a
Odogu of my owner. What's Odogu again? She help me. Odogu of my own.
Calm down. There's no Odogu without the woman. Okay. What makes the Odogu is the woman too.
Is that that's not what Yul is saying right now?
So you want to be Yul?
Bad example. Yul is collecting right now. Anyway. Back to Odogu. Back to the Odogu.
Can I finish?
What happened to my shoes? What happened to my lady helping me arrange that?
Your shoes, or the bathroom, for an example. You know, you need your bathroom ease, and I need mine.
So we need bathroom divorce?
Absolutely. It's those little
So
things.
this morning, you told me under the bus, I finished showering.
Explain yourself.
And there's steam everywhere. And then she said, what kind of hot water are you showering? You see our lives. That's what she's. I can't shower with hot water. Me as a dog in my own house.
You're capping right now. Because when
that's what you said this morning.
Yeah, that's what I said this morning. But what my husband is not saying that every time he showers in the bathtub, there's always water everywhere.
Unless she said I'm a giant.
I said, do you shower outside of the bathroom?
She said I'm a giant.
So these are the issues, okay? If you could keep that part of yours intact, I guarantee you.
There's no There's no such thing as part of us.
Oh, Lord.
You came from my rib.
Oh my God.
From my rib.
So you
follow my program.
So there's no solution to that, basically.
The only solution is that I let you finish talking. Did you finish?
I am done.
Okay.
Anyway,
this is real, guys.
It is real.
It's as real as it gets.
Well, those are the issues.
If you're obsessed, this is what I mean by being obsessed with being right. Okay? If you have a tendency that you are obsessed with being right, you will end up at a divorce court. And you will still be right.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. Toby and Tribe, shout out to Toby and Tribe. She's trying to help me. She said, I think your wife is trying to say that if you helped reduce her workload by assisting with her chores, the less stress will be on her mind and the more likely she will be to open up to the act.
Thank you, Toby and Tribe. At least somebody is speaking my language.
I think she's correct. But the part that she doesn't know is that if I force you to do it, you will enjoy it anyway.
Why would you want to force
let me take that back.
Which kind
if I not force, that's so terrible. But anyway, that's so terrible. Anyway, if I manage to get you to the first
if
hump,
you get me in the
she will now she will what? No, not mood to beat her. You wait. The person she doesn't like flour. She doesn't like. She was talking about chocolate earlier. She doesn't like those
chocolate.
Things.
Don't you dare.
She doesn't like those.
Don't you dare. I like my chocolates. I like my strawberry covered my chocolate strawberries. I like that.
Okay. You like your
Stop
food, chocolate. So this is not enough chocolate for you.
No.
You see life. You see life.
I want edible chocolate.
You see life. But Toby and Tribe, you're absolutely correct on that one. You're absolutely correct that. And what we're spelling out here is that this is the lifestyle. It's about being aware, most importantly, because you will never be perfect. Just being aware that this is a thing, right? And then you will have to worry less about the damaging aspect of just being completely complacent, right?
Yes.
Which is what a lot of people are. They end up arguing. They end up like a lot of people go to their therapy session to go and argue. I said, don't go with your spouse. Go as an individual first, so that you can't argue with yourself. They will listen to what you're saying. They say, did you do this? Did you try this? Right? And then they will listen to some things. They might say, okay, you know what? Let's see if we can have a good way to invite your partner. It might be necessary at some point. But a lot of people want to drag their partner. They go there, they argue because they're obsessed with being right. These are some of the issues, but you're absolutely correct. Let's see. Una know they run the red light. I hear Kiriwa is good for cramps.
It is so.
We have
it's messy.
Numerous times in the past, but I think it's more so that we don't want to have to be preparing and make sure, well, it's okay. We just wait. We just wait. So I think we kind of we don't want to have to worry about that, but we don't have a problem with that.
And that's a time off for me too. I could also,
You see how you just said that?
Yeah.
You don't want none of this finance.
Sometimes I just want to be in my own.
That sounds so terrible.
Space.
Somebody's going to chop this up and say his wife doesn't want him.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you can suck my D if you said that. But anyway, sorry. Dang, I had retracted my comment out of respect. Sorry to anyone offended. Please. What?
Which comment though?
Oh, she's probably talking about this one. No, we see it. We see everything. She's probably talking about this one, I think. No offense. This is a conversation we need to be having. Offended. No offense. No offense. This is not a religious platform. If that's offensive to anybody, you can always leave quietly. Let's see. I thought I was in the clear. Are you talking about the red light? No, you're good. Key, don't worry about it.
Okay.
My love language is don't cook and stay in bed. Shikena is don't cook.
Or stay in bed. Okay, she doesn't want to cook.
No, this is her love language for today. I'm calling caps right now, just like I called cap on yours.
What?
The moment she doesn't have to cook ever again, another love language rise to the top.
I beg, stop.
If for some reason now you guys hire a chef and you never have to worry about cooking, and all you have to do is stay in bed, another love language will rise. Okay, and that's what we're talking about tomorrow. It's very important because it's good for you ladies too when you're learning your love language, right? If I say word of affirmation, if you start praising me all the time right now,
you'll be like,
I'm like, what do you want?
Hey, there you go. Oh, you gonna call me out, but now you see what I'm talking about.
Well, you get the gist. That's what I was trying to pull out. There's multiple layers to it.
You're predictable.
Yes, multiple layers to it. If you're predictable in you expressing love in their love language, it will get watered down. And she said that earlier too. So, but you're right. For now, I will take it from you, Natu. Don't cook.
Natu said it sounds like you. Okay.
It sounds like me.
Hobby.
You put the baby in bed.
Sounds like you.
Guess what happens now for the future?
What?
Do you think I will ever say you didn't put the baby in bed ever again?
You probably wouldn't want to say it.
I wouldn't want. Would I ever say that?
You're very. I don't know how to say. You're particular. You now say I don't want to use that word.
What would I? I would say I don't want to use that word.
No, you won't do it. That's what
I
it
won't
is.
do it, right.
Exactly.
And now you go collect
But
in another
not,
way.
You
go still collect.
You go still collect because that's not the point.
Yeah, let me see. Ola Lola are a mess. Thank you for inviting us into your life.
A hot mess.
I'm glad you guys like it.
He makes the mess though.
The woman absolutely helps to make. Yes, so what did you say? The woman helps to make what? What is she supporting you with? What is she just talking about right now? Beauty. What are you talking about? She helps to perfect the man's. To help the man's perfect the odoguness.
Exactly.
I agree.
Without a woman, you're not odogu of what?
Ola, did you say force on this internet street? I
right?
did. Jabon you. Excuse me. Olomajarogo internet at the woke people. Jesus Christ. Olomajarogo woke at the internet. They take everything out of context. Wait until they twin Ola with Kimi's husband. The internet will clip. I know. I've seen that.
What happened to Kimi's husband?
They clipped up Maurice because they were talking about Kerewa during the treatment and all that kind of stuff. And the internet has been dragging him.
Yeah.
Internet is undefeated.
It is.
It's okay.
We
go
all
day all right. The internet is good at that. She said whatever. I was dreaming with your conversation.
Patrick said I was dreaming with your conversation.
Well, Patrick, you deserve it. If you're talking about you were sleeping. Ola, I'm still waiting for 7 reasons not to be Keke. You know the actual topic.
Right. The actual topic. Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, even though we said we were gonna do 2 hours, but you know how that goes. We'll be right back for the 7 reasons. Okay. All right, we're back. So what should we learn? Okay, what should we learn from the Keke Palmer's saga? Okay, the 7 reasons why you don't want to be Keke, ladies. Let's talk about this, babe.
Let us know.
What y'all think?
What are your 7 reasons? Because to be honest with you, this Keke saga.
So I'll give you hints. Then I want you to
give me hints. Yeah.
I'll give you hints, and I want you to basically take it from there. Let me pull up this thing really quickly so we can have something to show while we're talking about it.
Jesus. Yeah, and this red lights.
Red lights, yes. So,
is she free to go? Go where?
Is she free to go? So we talked about Keke over the past few days. Keke Palmer. Somebody, my brother said Keke.
Keke.
Somebody said Keke. So oh, kind of pronunciation. Anyway, Keke Palmer. Yeah. So we've talked about, and most of it we spoke about this guy's insecurity and all that. You know, we talked about It's obviously insecurity is clearly they had issues before that event. We talked, and we've dragged.
You've dragged the guy.
Dragged men.
Wow.
Woto. They don't collect on this matter. Even APC Bishop Ekene collects more on this matter. One more time.
Sorry, yo.
All right. So I was like, you know what? I asked Tima, Mbasi, they're here today. Maybe she's behind the scenes listening. We're having a conversation. I said, what should women learn from this? Ha! Mbasi.
You should drag man.
I said, what should women love? Yes, Shay was like Keke. And I think we're able to extract something. I was like, we need to do a little bit more to this. We need to do a little bit more justice to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from a standpoint of we're going to take it from let me see if I have it here. Where do I have it? Somewhere here. We're going to take it from our core pillars here. Our core pillars, we'll talk about relationship from a power standpoint: power, self, social, emotional, intelligence, seduction, attraction. We're going to take it from that angle. Okay, because there's no matter what happens, you might have been a victim in a romantic situation that went completely left. There's always something you can learn from that, no matter what happens, no matter what side you fall on in this respect. And Keke should not be completely exonerated, and that's what I meant by, is she free to go? Nah.
I bet, what did Keke do?
Yeah. So she had her cheeks out like that to the world.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture.
And she has a man at home.
Does she?
She did.
Wait,
At least she's
married?
a public figure. She hasn't announced to the world that
Are they married?
They're together. We know they're together.
They're together.
And they have a child together, right? And when a man moves that way, that he doesn't like that, it won't be the first time he's showing some level of jealousy. We also agreed here over the past few days that jealousy is not necessarily a bad thing. It's when you can't control yourself, or you're completely unaware that you're a jealous person and it's creating all of this bad, toxic arguments and stuff. That's when it becomes bad. But naturally, as a human being, if you care about your partner, they might make certain moves, and so let's say, for example, somebody comes to me and does like this and try to help me clean stuff.
In fact, don't take me there with some red nails.
Or somebody do family report to me.
How? We all know what that means. You do not touch. You do not
Jesus.
touch.
Oh Lord.
Don't touch. Okay. That's seductive. You don't touch, rub on your ungo.
I wasn't seduced. I was going to get right back to you. I wasn't seduced. So you're saying?
Yeah, right.
Anyway, so you get the gist. So jealousy. Now, ain't they worry you? But anyway, so it's jealousy. We can claim that's jealousy, right? But it's understandable. You're drawing lines in your territory. You don't want anybody to cross those lines, right? Somebody might turn around and say you're insecure. Well, if you tend to do that quite often, everything, like somebody cannot talk to your man, and you're just grumpy. In fact, you throw plates all over the place because somebody's having a conversation with your husband.
You can talk, but you're not. This is not talking, sir. This is not talking.
Okay, Motubo, you're still stuck on that.
Those are moves.
She's still stuck in that
Those are power
that
moves.
Example did not flow well. It didn't work well with you.
It didn't work with this conversation.
All right. Okay.
All right.
But if you're that girl that you tend to, every time I'm having a conversation with a person, I'm having a fun. I said fun. Somebody said, you said fun, Ola? No, not fun. If I'm having a conversation with a young lady, a fine looking young lady, you're a fine woman, but she's fine, right? Your opinion is that she's fine. If she's not fine, no worry. In your opinion, if she's not a fine person, you're not really worried, right? In your opinion, if maybe not even fine look wise, maybe something about her just spelled to you like this one, you have to watch for this one, right? They didn't touch me, nothing. They're having a conversation with me, right? I would just say, "Whoa, wow!" The other, what's going on?
See, this
Would you
scenario-
consider that jealousy, or
Look.
at that point, is that crossing the line? Where does it cross the line from jealousy to insecurity?
So these scenarios that you're given,
Mm-hmm.
those scenarios are not.
You don't like
they,
them.
They don't just happen, okay? Except if somebody has been moving mad. Can I say that again?
Are you trying to say there's no extreme jealousy people, jealous people out there that would just move mad because somebody is in their territory?
That extreme jealousy
Uh-huh.
people, they are also that way because of some experiences. No one is just born that way. It's something that shapes you. It's either that triggered you. I've been moving mad. Like the guy, he's been acting out of control, misbehaving, and now he has triggered something in
so
you.
those people exist. Are you trying to say
The extreme jealousy? I don't believe anyone is born that
the one you
jealous.
just said, they exist.
Yeah.
It's probably most of the situation.
Right.
Let me ask you again. Do you think there are people that they just toxic with this? Like
you can't
it's
talk
just,
to their partner. They just go
maybe
crazy.
they have the trauma from somewhere else before.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell
Well,
you. That these
you
things are
agree
based
that
on
there are men
experiences.
collecting woto for something they did not do. You agree with that?
Yeah, they possibly. But can it also be because they've done it in the past?
No. There are people that are men, have not done anything. They're bringing that trauma from their past
Well,
to this present situation.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Yeah.
But what I don't agree with is somebody's just mad. There must be a mental problem if you're just mad like that. There has to be a reason for that person, which I'm not excusing.
Could it be insecurity?
Yeah, but they don't feel safe. That's also why they're insecure.
Yeah, we agree to say
They don't
safe,
feel.
secure,
They don't feel.
safe,
They don't
secure.
feel safe in the relationship they're in. That's why they are insecure.
Do you know some people that even though the man is trying to make them feel safe, it's not happening. It's not working.
How is he moving? Look, I don't agree that there's always a reason.
When this is
How is this guy moving?
what you're watching in real time. Okay.
It's a question because this Keke. Let's go straight to Keke Palmer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she went on a. Is it a girls trip? Is it something? She went to hang out with her friends, or she just went by herself?
Now she went to a concert.
She went to a concert with her chicks out.
Yes.
What is making Keke Palmer feel like it's okay to go out of her house with her chicks out? Is she looking for attention? Does she value the relationship she is in? Mm-hmm. Is she even in a relationship? Is she in a relationship but lonely?
She is, as far as the public
She's
is concerned. The public
single in a
is
relationship.
the public is having opinions about this. We're part of the public. So as far as we know, she is in a relationship.
She is in a relationship.
Yeah.
So the guy.
And she knows better because she's.
How do you know she knows better?
Because she's a public.
Keke.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's a
there's
public
so
figure.
many mad.
And if she's ignorant, ignorance is not an
There's so
excuse.
many crazy celebrities. I'm sorry, I don't use celebrities as my role model. So for me to now say she knows better, I don't agree with that she knows better. How old is Keke Palmer? She's in her 20s?
She's 30.
Is she 30?
Yeah, she's a grown woman.
Oh my God, she grew up fast. I still look at her as a baby. I'm not trying to justify that she should have her chicks out.
Right. What were you trying to do?
But in my head, I am thinking, why is a woman of that age thinking it's okay to have her chicks out?
Now we're
she's
talking.
Making a statement.
Why do you think?
I think she's making a statement.
Okay, and what's that statement?
To that guy. I think she does not value the relationship she's in.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's one leg out, one leg in.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that when women do things like this, there's a void.
No, some women are wicked.
Why would she be wicked? She has an old child with
Just
this
because they're wicked. Just like a man can be wicked.
man. I don't believe that people can be deliberately wicked. But coming from Africa, I've been proven wrong over and over again.
Yeah, there are people.
There are wicked people in this.
Yeah. They're not majority of the cases. I always say that.
But when it
But
comes
they do
to
exist.
romantic issues, I think sometimes people how do you say?
There's
screaming out
no
for
smoke
help.
without fire. There's
Yes.
something going on.
There's something going on, and this is how she's saying, you know, I don't care. This is how I'm going. And she even went to the concert and
Men have been known to do strange things with unfine women.
Oh Lord. Women that don't even look close to what they're, you know.
That's funny.
Let's not even get started on
That's
that.
funny. So if an unfine woman come and do this to me, are you triggered? I was trying to trigger you again, but it didn't work. But good.
You know, this example that you're giving is so unfair. You know why it's unfair? Because now I'm going to throw you under the bus.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Unless you're talking about touching my butt. I'm not ready. I gotta be prepared for it.
Also, you're
we
ready
do this
to talk about somebody do this to you.
No, I didn't say it happened. Did I say it happened? I didn't say something happened. I gave an example.
Don't start what you can't finish.
Or somebody grabbed my butt. If a woman grabbed my butt.
Don't start what. See, if somebody grab, like, for example,
if a woman grab my butt,
a woman
is that crossing the line?
Like, what am I gonna do? I can't do anything about it.
But is that crossing the line?
Of course. Why would she grab your butt?
If you react to that, are you insecure or jealous? Which one?
I'm not gonna react to that because I don't know that person.
No. If I get home and I collect woto from you, is that jealousy or
if you're enjoying it? That's where I have the issue.
What if I didn't enjoy it?
Let's
say I didn't enjoy it.
You were enjoying this attention.
Which attention?
You were lost in it, and I had to check you, boo. And
what are you talking about?
I'm talking about your mustard.
No, that this is why I didn't want to go there. That becomes your words against mine. That we don't have the context for that today. What I'm saying is that a woman grabbed my butt now, right?
If it's a strange woman, a woman I don't know,
no,
I don't care.
A woman you can't know. They just said we were at an event. She just said hello to you a few minutes ago.
No, I have a problem with that.
And I said,
I have
meet
a problem
Keke.
with that. I have a problem with
Meet
that.
Keke.
If a guy grabbed my titty right in front of you, a guy you don't have a problem with that?
Let me think.
That's a cop. Where's the buttons?
We need an okori.
Exactly.
Sound effect here.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's get back. Let's get back to it. But the truth, the topic is the topic. Okay. I do this banter because it shows you that these conversations, everybody wants to talk and communicate.
Right.
But it's easier said than done, right? And if we don't know how to get to a space where we say, okay, let's move forward or let go, at least one person being capable of letting go, right? If we're not able to do that, then it becomes your word against mine, which is what I just said just now, and then it becomes, and your experience is always different from mine at the end of the day, But so I want to talk about these 7 reasons. Let's tackle the.
Can we get started? Thank you.
Yeah, let's tackle the. So the first thing is self. Self accountability. We've talked about everything that could be the catalyst of why she did what she did. We've had 2 or 3 sessions of Keke Palmer. Okay?
Because that's not the normal Keke Palmer we know, right?
Right. So we've given her all the excuses there is to give.
Okay.
Today is accountability session for all the Kekes out there. Yes, things might be happening in your relationship that makes you want to be rebellious, vindictive. Somebody said, another language I've seen is that, she was trying to get her mommy. Is mommy something? So I don't know. She's a new mother.
Her mommy body.
Mommy mojo. She's celebrating her mommy. She has these new things coming out of her chest for the first time. And she's celebrating her, with all of that excuse, we've given it to her. Right? And I think good. But now, if somebody is listening to us, and they've seen those 2 sessions, and they're like, yeah, I knew women are always free. Yeah, they never do anything wrong. This is the moment to want to check that person and say, no, there's something you should pay attention to here. All right, so let's deal with self first.
Why would I want to check a Keke? Because my word to that guy is like, do you know who you married?
Oh, beauty.
Hey, look, if you see me walking out with my chicks out there, please check me and drag me back inside. I'm going through stuff. Okay? But as a Keke Palmer, it goes back to the guy. I'm like, dude, do you know who you married? Who is this guy? Is he a nobody? I don't know this guy. Who is this guy?
This is why you should join come on Prestige Family from time to time, so you can join us when we already talked about that.
Okay, but I haven't talked. I've not talked about it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, you tell me.
This guy that is married to a Keke.
You're trying to tell us it's insecure.
What did he expect?
It's insecure.
No, I'm asking.
What did he expect?
I'm really
He expected the person that he had for the past 2-3 years they've been dating,
They've been
that
dating
didn't take
for
their
2-3 years.
ass cheeks to the internet, okay? He expected that person.
Yes.
But he's just collected wutu, not just from her, but from everybody.
Right.
Okay. I'm not even exonerating him because I said, hey, as a man, you need to, it's how you react to crisis.
Right.
And he reacted wrongly.
Right.
Okay.
Because one thing I know is when you say Beyonce in concert, she could wear anything she wants. But when you see her in pop, I mean, from the pictures I've seen,
Thank you.
when she's around her family,
Thank you.
she doesn't have her cheeks out, even though she can have it in concert.
Thank you.
So for me, it's okay. Over there, I can say, okay, Keke is going through some stuff.
Okay.
She has lost some respect for herself. What is going on? What's the confusion? Is
Thank
she
you.
really celebrating the mommy new board, or is she trying to get some attention that, guys, I'm still hot even after being a mommy? Because that's a real thing.
Yay. We got two reasons out of her. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We got two out of her. Hallelujah.
All you have to do is calm down. If you
Ladies,
calm down, I'll get there.
When they say women and accountability are like 1 and 100, this is what they mean.
So you want me to just destroy Keke?
No.
I am not going to
I
do
didn't
that,
ask you to
boo.
do that.
I'm not going to do that, boo. I'm sorry. I am not here
This
for
is,
that.
but what you just saw in real time, okay? Here's the reality, gentlemen. You need infinite patience. If you can't
That's
bring
it.
that to the table, don't ask her what she bring to the table
That's
because you
it.
go collect woto.
That's it.
Okay, all right.
That is it. I agree with you.
One, social. Beyonce does not go to some random somebody's concert. You barely see her at anybody's concert dressing with her cheeks out. Stop comparing Keke to Beyonce. Okay.
And if Keke was in Yaba, they will pull their cheeks. Oh my God, Yaba boys,
Okay.
Igbo boys.
When Beyonce is making a fashion statement, no, then you ask the question. The second thing you said, self, right? What is going on with self if you have a need to be this vindictive, even if something was going on? We already acknowledged that there are things going on in that relationship, right? But even if something is going on, if that's how you need to make a statement, you're not getting paid for it, not in that moment, none of that. Then we need to ask self, is there adequate self-esteem there? Just make sure. Maybe there is, but just make sure. It's something you have to pay
Or maybe she's
attention
having a
to.
Lizzo moment, you know.
That's just, please don't be a
Lizzo.
Lizzo. Don't do that to yourself.
What?
Okay. Be a Lizzo if you're not a married person. You are free.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
let me tell you something. No disrespect to Lizzo. Okay. I know they're not the
Okay.
same thing, but I see
Okay.
Adam 22. I see Lizzo. None of my business. Okay. I don't get obsessed over calling or holding Lizzo accountable. Okay. I think that's weird to be holding Lizzo accountable. But if you are quote unquote, you're a mom, but you're a mom.
But,
right?
but this girl is not. Maybe Keke doesn't even feel like she should be held accountable because this guy has not proposed to. She's not married to
Terrible
him.
excuse. You need to come out
If
and
you're
say we're
not
no longer
married-
together.
If you're not married to someone, I mean, in today's world, people actually think you're still in the active dating world.
Yeah, you need to
You're not engaged.
you need to come
you're
out
not
with your
married.
full chest and say he has not earned me, so we're not together.
Okay, I agree with you.
Yeah, we need to keep
Oh,
it
we're
a
not
buck.
serious.
Listen, we've done
We're not serious.
how it plays out emotionally, right? We've done that, right? In real life, in real time, you, even as a single mother, or not single mother, as an unmarried, but you're with a person, you will end up being single, even when that's not what you want.
I think that was a "who gonna check me, boo" moment for Keke.
She was being vindictive.
I think she
It
was
looks
trying
like
to
that.
prove a point.
Yeah, if she was being vindictive.
I'm willing to be wrong.
Let's get to the third one, okay? Speaking of being vindictive, right? Let's get to the third one. Let's use vindictive. Is there power in being vindictive for women?
Nothing good comes out from being vindictive, so I wouldn't say there's power in that.
Yeah? There's no power in
If
that.
there's
Right?
power in that, then it's just short term. In
Yes,
the long
it's short
run,
term. short term.
It's like
it's
like self-destruction in the long run.
Yes, exactly. Just like the boyfriend. What's his name again? Darius, right?
I don't know that guy.
Just like him. He reacted. Somebody said he has the right to react.
Okay.
You're right.
Who is he?
You're right. He
You're right.
Yo,
but there's consequences for reacting like that. And the need to be right, he's gotten that. He's right, okay? Short term, good. Are you happy? But long run, you're not happy because everything is falling apart at the home front, right? And you're collecting, okay? In reality, never mind if even us men will try to support you and say pander to you and say, no, this woman, shout out to APC Bishop Ekene, right?
The guy with the weird hairline?
No, I'm not talking about Ekene. I'm talking about APC Bishop Ekene. Those are two different people.
Excuse me?
I'm not.
That's even worse.
I'm talking about APC Bishop Ekene, not Ekene.
I rest my case.
No, it's one person. APC Bishop Ekene is one person. You're
really?
Confused. She's
Is it not the guy with the guy with the
Yeah, special
airline?
guest. I'll bring you up to speed later.
Okay.
That's Ekene. That's my guy. The Ekene with the airline.
Tell him to shave his head. It's better off.
That's Ekene. Ekene did not come back here because I asked him to apologize to the ladies for calling them animals.
Oh.
But Ekene, when I say my guy, I use that loosely. Okay. But
Please,
that's Ekene. But that's an actual person. APC Bishop Ekene is a character on Prestige Family here.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, but shout out to them, right? They dragged. You know, they relentless. They're always dragging Lizzo. Of course, they're active. They've been actively dragging Keke Palmer because she's not a wife. That's why she's not a wife yet. Okay. They're out there, right? But the point here is that being vindictive, right? Being vindicated is more of a place of power for you, not being vindictive. Those are two different things.
Yeah, vindicated. That makes
Vindicated sense. Is that you use the powers of the universe to win. Okay? You don't overwork yourself. Right? You don't overwork your capabilities and then you win. That's a better place of power for you in this topic. If you go out there and you show your ass cheeks.
If you see me show my ass cheeks, drag me back home.
The truth is that a lot. You see, what's this, baby?
Something is happening.
Check this out. Ekene APC Bishop is always watching. I told you, it's a character here. Look at what he said.
What did he say? Momo man does that.
You are a Momo man.
He loves it, right? So he's always here. He enjoys it more when I block him, though, but I'm not going to block him. Welcome, Ekene APC Bishop. We're just talking about you. Anyway, you see what I'm saying? So that's not where your power lies, okay? You will have moments where you're in a relationship and it's moving mad and you feel like you need to retaliate. Some people actually cheat back on their partner because the husband cheats. It goes back to self. It goes back to... Is that really what you're doing?
Do you feel better afterwards?
Or low self-esteem, you know? It's low self-worth, low self-esteem because you would never use yourself to get back another person. Go hard up, right? So it falls in the same category. But let me see what Keeper say. I think the fashion sense of these days is different.
It is.
But let me ask you like this. Even the things people think is okay to wear to work surprises me. To an extent, yes. But majority of the women defending that outfit, right? Again, she's a rock star. Ultimately, I think she can get away with that. But let's just have this conversation as she's not exactly free to go yet, right? Do you think an average woman who is supportive of that will wear that to a concert? I'll wait. Would they? An average woman who is supporting Keke over the past few days, would they wear that to a concert?
Well, when I go to concerts, I don't see that, to be honest.
Thank you. There's a lot of woke people at the concerts.
You see maybe
one or two here and there. Some people do. They go to the extreme.
Most people still are kind of very subtle.
They might say we haven't been out yet. People are dressing mad this. I agree. Okay. What I'm saying though is that there's a ton of people that will not necessarily dress like this, and they're supporting it, and there's a disconnect there. Right. So she should not necessarily be listening to her side of the camp, rooting for her. If she was performing an R&B song and she dressed like that, it wouldn't be this serious. First of all, she would not be dancing with a stranger.
No stranger is she dancing.
Usher.
Usher is not a stranger. What?
He was a stranger.
So she can't dance with Usher?
No.
I mean, I understand.
So that, I'm talking about the point of view of that guy, of the point of view of the boyfriend.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
From his point of view, if it was a show, he would be prepared that people would dance with this girl. People dance with Beyonce during thing all the time, right? But he will be prepared that this is a show, right? But in that case, he wasn't prepared, and that's all. Again, we're doing a lot of guess here, but that's also in addition to the fact that we know she's a rock star. But I want to stay focused on Keke.
He is not
Palmer.
capable of dating.
You just
Keke
went back to
Palmer.
him.
I just can't help it. She can't dance with Usher. You need to say that.
Let me make this clear, lady.
Sir?
If you go to a concert, okay, you cannot turn your back and be doing like this to Wizkid. Wizkid, go kill you there, okay? And
Well, me, I'm not a celebrity.
who's your
Keke Palmer
favorite?
is a celebrity. It's different for them.
Is Adekunle Gold your favorite?
Yes. Adekunle Gold does not even take that nonsense from
Why do you think he doesn't?
Because his values his family. He
Thank
doesn't
you.
want to destroy what he has going on.
Thank you.
He's a smart man. I like that guy.
Thank you. Okay. All right. The other side of this, okay, we've probably covered more than enough reasons, but we'll see if we can cover all of it, right? The other side of it, if this was a man, right?
You want his butt chicks out? That would be weird.
Well, his butt chicks out. Let's do.
maybe if I get okay. That would be weird.
Let's say if this was a man and he has his butt cheeks out, right? And he went to a concert and he's like at Janet Jackson skinny, and Janet Jackson has her leg wrapped around like this, right? And you're like, right? And then he's a man, right? Everybody kind of know him, know who he is and stuff like that. But he's with Lizzo. And Lizzo's like, but you're a dad, though. How do you think this will play out?
They never say that to men. That's
They
the
do.
funniest thing ever.
But maybe you mean men don't go on stages like that.
No, they would never say, but you're a man, though. How
Do men
R.
go on
Kelly,
stages like that to do that?
R. Kelly, since he's been performing and doing all his thing that he's been doing, he never claimed his wife publicly. He did everything he could do. He was moving single all the time. No one ever judged him and said he's a dad too. It doesn't apply to men. It only applies to women. Come on, stop the car.
Keeper says yes, they would. That outfit was honestly a bit much. Chinye said that on day one here when we're talking about it.
I agree.
She could have worn the sew throughout with a short skirt and short. That would have been better. It would have been probably better taste. I'm not judging what she's wearing. I'm just, again, we're talking about.
I agree, but I think she's screaming out for help in ways of attention seeking. I really do. I think she's sending a direct message to the guy.
All right, we've said a lot right here. I'm just going to be forced to add emotional intelligence to this. Number 4 is emotional intelligence. This is how I define emotional intelligence. I'm sure you have dictionaries that may say something different. But let's talk about emotional intelligence, right? What it means is that being able to master your own emotions as an individual, and then being able to master other people's emotion that you're interacting with. That means another person. That means a second person now. And thirdly, being able to master the emotions of the society at large. So it's not just enough that, I mastered this person's emotion. You're also not living in a cave. You have other people around you always judging you. Being able to understand that you will be judged and you might collect woto for being judged. That's part of emotional intelligence. So we can say that in this, like, you can be right. And if you lack emotional intelligence, you can make a move that you have your right to move.
Right.
And then you will end up with bad consequences for that, So that's the other side of things that, a Keke Palmer should pay attention to here.
Maybe she's ready for those consequences.
what would be the consequence? Let's spell them out. What would be the consequences?
Maybe she wants the relationship to be broken.
Why can't she just head it? Why does she want to do it that way? Why can't she just end it?
Maybe she's being vindictive, like you said before.
And there's no power in that for her personally.
There's no power.
Right.
She doesn't win at the end of the day. But I just feel like, for me, Keke Palmer releasing her chicks. Everybody's probably looking at her like, whoa, Keke's grown. Like they are loving it. She's a celebrity at the end of the day.
Most men are not looking at it like that.
You're talking about the lames.
I said most men.
I don't agree. Those men are the ones looking at her like, oh my God, Keke, I love this girl. Come on, let's be real. The ones complaining are the ones that are not capable of getting
at this
Keke
point,
anyway.
I'm having a time gauging it, like how many men exactly are doing that. I'm having a hard time gauging because too many men are very loud about this kind of stuff. So I'm not sure if it's not most men yet. I will still, my assessment, I will still say it's minority, but I will still say maybe lames. But in general, again, just because she's a rock star, okay, just because of that, and she's on a stage and it was light camera action and it was just a moment. It's not that deep, you know. But I'm saying for a Keke Palmer, if there was such a thing as a blind spot for her, right? I think if you're going to, even being vindictive, there are places for that. We had an issue in front of here today where I was like, I'm not taking the higher road. I decide not to take the higher road. There are moments where I don't decide to take the higher road, right? But it's always within, I try to make sure it's within a controlled environment where things don't escalate out of control, right? Being vindictive and going on a world stage where you're being filmed and your family potentially, not potentially, in reality, the father of your child is involved. Your child is involved. Potentially, the future of your child. There's a lot of men that actually resent their mothers because they end up having an experience. They link it together with how their mother moved. And then they're now resenting their mother, right? This potentially. I don't think she needs to worry about that too much. Adam 22 say, hey. Right? So, I'm just, Chinya, you know what to do, okay? It's actually, I'll do it for you. Let's do it. Yeah.
Wait, your best friend is still talking?
He's blocked.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you don't disrespect my people. Abofe Yahweh ni. Abi Yaba Father. Anyway. So you see what I'm saying, right? So it's a little bit more. Let's focus on her, right? If you're going to be vindictive, let's say there's a moment for that. You just be human. You say, you know what? I'm giving bass for both, right? You want to still make sure, again, power. Let's go back to power. Make sure you're doing that within the controlled environment. And the truth is that you can't control the future. Your child is part of your future, okay? Wow. So I'm pushing that the vindictive thing is supposed to be you do it because you're caught up in your emotions, not deciding that you should do that. Right? You're caught up in emotions and you want to be vindictive, you'll be vindictive, right? But now we have people saying, just do that. Show him pepper, show him shege. But you go back to your own quarrel, you will cry at night because you will end up with that guy alone when everybody has gone back to their own lives.
Will she cry for real?
Oh, that's a fact.
Keke Palmer,
unless she didn't care about putting her body in that line and creating that baby.
Keke Palmer is probably getting a lot of attention right now. She probably does not care about her boyfriend at the moment. He probably showcased himself in some nonsense way because she has a child. I can believe there's a lot more going on in that relationship, especially when you have a child. Things start happening and they're probably not emotionally connected at the moment. Right now, she's finding herself. That's what she's telling herself. She's finding herself and she's enjoying the attention. Her consequences
is that a good thing?
Might not come. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing, but her consequences might not come now until later on in life. She might not regret anything right now because she's enjoying everything she's getting right now.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, again, should I announce to the world that she's Keke Palmer? She's a celebrity. It goes back to the person who wants to be with Keke Palmer.
What do you
say? Are you ready to be a Mr. Keke Palmer or not? It is what it is. It's the power dynamics here. He has no power. She has all the power. He's replaceable. Like this.
No.
He's not?
He has power to destroy her completely.
How?
Because he has most of the money. Right?
He has most of the money.
And
How?
she cares more about her reputation, from what we can see. Maybe he does too. People are saying he's an actor or something like that.
He's an actor. I've never seen that guy before.
It's something. It's something too. But it's not Keke, right?
Right.
So she has a reputation to protect, and all these people will go back and cry.
Just because she exposed her cheeks, it doesn't make her a bad person.
No, I didn't say that. You go to the extreme. We're talking about lessons, right? Just to be aware of, just in case you could control or change the narrative before it happens, right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. The extreme, we already said it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think a Keke Palmer is capable of taking any of those lessons.
So she should watch out for
now. I think in the future she might be able to take those lessons, but right now, with the popularity, with all the fame she has, with all the power she has, with all these people surrounding her and saying yes, 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 I don't think she stand a chance to take any lessons.
So, are you saying pride? She should watch out for that because of the position she's in.
Yes.
Yeah. All this stuff are not like,
if she
I'm
wants
still,
a stable relationship.
all my opinions previously still goes towards, listen, you find yourself within a certain situation as a man, you need to, understand your power in that respect. We already talked about that. But we're talking about Keke Palmer today. So she needs to be aware of, social, which is, there's certain dresses that go in certain arenas, and we know you're a rock star, but maybe you should pay attention to that. Maybe not. Maybe she did. Maybe you should though.
Maybe she wants to be seen as a sex symbol now. You never know. It could be a business move too.
So that goes back to self and social. They're all interwoven, right? When women want to be seen as sex symbols, they tend to lose themselves in that process. And forget everything. As long as do that, and there are consequences for those
Unfortunately for the guy, he might be a casualty, okay? His relationship might be destroyed, right? But right now, she's not capable of listening to anything.
But can she receive bad consequences for that?
Yes.
That's what we're pointing out today.
Yes,
right.
Of course she can.
That's what we're pointing out today.
She can lose all the things that
granted, that's a
her.
real thing. She might not be able to, especially if she doesn't have a leader as a boyfriend, right? She might not be capable of doing that. But I want the ladies to know that there is still consequences for that, for you in particular, and even worse, your children. Keeper says in her podcast recently, it sounds resentful that people only approach him because they are trying to get close to Keke for business or clout. All of that will create the Keke we saw, right? In that way we saw it. Like, she's probably holding resentment in for a long time, and then now you move mad against her directly, and it's like, I'll show you
on Twitter, right?
No, I'm talking about even before. Yeah, on Twitter, yeah. But I'm talking about even before the calling out. She probably was bottling things in and resenting it, right?
Yeah,
and then one day they had like a blown out argument, and they're like, I'm wearing what I want today. What we're pointing out today is that even though you said that, right? Even though you want to do what you want, okay? Please don't ever mistake it for there are consequences for that beyond this guy himself.
Yeah.
Okay? Even beyond him. Like, we've talked about him. I just want to make sure, it's bigger than him. But I thought we should talk about this together because to put some well balance in the conversation, Yeah. So it makes sense. It to me, instantly, as I saw this, the first session we did, I said, there's a lot going on in that relationship that's just bad, already.
She
and
probably doesn't respect
you make things
him
worse.
right now,
that was one of the things I said.
Yeah.
This is a girl who doesn't respect you right now, So the worst thing you can do is try to get the social media to help you get her to respect you. Could it work?
That's even worse.
Yeah, could it work? He knows that she doesn't want their issues to be aired in public.
Yep.
See, that's power that he has. It's temporary, but it's power, right? And he's trying to use that to manipulate, and then he went and became manipulative. So that's power for him against her. She needs to be aware of that. There are other ways that you can get rid of a person like that. You could say, I can't do this, and that doesn't have to be a permanent decision, so that they can get their shit together. right? If they get their stuff together, they might find you if you're still available. If you're no longer available, that's it, you move on, right? As opposed to, let me drag my own self-esteem, my own brand in the mud, just because I want to look like that. I don't think our brand is dragged that much. It's not that deep. But if she continues in that path,
think that way. She might think like, people do it, people wear this.
I think she knew that guy did not like that dress.
Oh, I'm sure she knows that part.
So that means she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
Are they still doing the podcast together?
Oh, they have a podcast together?
They are pre-recorded. They are releasing the pre-recorded ones.
Oh, I should listen to it.
And I said something. Maybe they're trying to promote the podcast for the whole blowout, but I doubt it. I think it was real. I think Usher dancing, coming to her and dancing with her was real. And I think a lot of men would be triggered by that. Somebody said she wasn't bumping and grinding. Yeah, listen, the picture in his head is bumping and grinding. Never mind the rest, okay?
Well, Usher dancing with Keke. If she didn't have her cheeks out, would he still be okay with it?
Who knows?
I don't see the big deal there. Is what I'm saying. They're celebrities. They know each other in that world.
Maybe this was the picture in his head. This is why he got triggered and went. This is why he went to the Twitter. It wasn't the reality, but he was triggered. What do you want from him? Jesus Christ.
There's more to come. You better brace up.
Jesus. So there's consequences for I do what I want, just so you know. There might be consequences. You should have the freedom to do what you want, but please be aware that there's always more. The picture in his head was Keke plug. See? Exactly. The biggest consequence is they are tied together for life.
Because of the baby. Yeah.
Life.
Yep.
For the life of the baby.
Choose to have a baby with somebody,
which hopefully is beyond
you should
them.
That's a serious people should be aware of who they have babies with. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And let's make that the 7th lesson, what you just said. Can you repeat that?
You have to be aware of who you're having babies with. You'll be tied forever. It's real.
The choices you make, if you get with I guess I was trying to avoid the word vet because I resent the word vet. It's overused. It's annoying. Okay, you can't vet everything. You have to also prepare yourself to be able to respond to crises.
Right.
Vetting can't help you with that. The only thing you can do during vetting for that is master conflict resolution. That's all you can do, because there will be conflict inevitably. All right. So we have 7 lessons right there. Social. Right. There's some things belong in certain social gathering and some, just pay attention to that. And he will respond to the same. Somebody said, but he was shaking his bum, which he was. He was being an hypocrite, but that setting is different.
Shaking his bum?
He put a video out.
Oh, she put a video out. He put a video out
of her shaking them chicks. She was twerking, and Ditton was doing like this.
But it's just not okay with her taking the chicks out there and hugging on the Usher.
I just noticed my hands were up.
Yeah,
right, and she was doing that. But he was the one filming. That's different. Social from she was shaking them chicks to Usher, and it wasn't present. That's different.
But it's very funny to me. If you will video your girl shaking her bum and posting it on Instagram, you're already promoting her in that light. You don't think?
No, social. It's different.
Would you post a picture of me shaking my bum?
I think.
I mean, guys are desiring it. They are looking at, oh wow, that's Keke, yo. Like.
Yeah, but I'm present. You're protected. I don't want to do that when I'm not there. Oh. Yeah, you can sit on my face when nobody's watching.
And you put it to the world.
No.
When you invite the world into your life, excuse me.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. He can post the picture of her shaking the bum to the world. It's okay with that.
Because nobody is still different. Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest here. But it's different. When I'm not present, it's different on how it plays out in my head. One plays out as Keke the plug. The one plays out as Keke the mother of my kids.
Okay, can I tell you something? Every time you give somebody a yard, you have to have it in mind that they might take a mile.
I agree.
He started it.
But you're also admitting that she did. finish it. And
she finished it.
And then you also admit that there's consequences for her for finishing
I
such
agree
stuff.
with that. No fee.
Okay.
I know. Look,
all right.
This guy, he doesn't know what he wants at the end of the day. I'm sorry.
I'm on the fence.
But
I like to spell everything. I just bringing awareness to all these different things. All these different things that will play out. You may end up with a man that sees a Keke the plug because you went out to a club. You end up collecting woto too. Everybody might support you in public, but you have to go back to him for the rest of your life, like Key Purse just said. Mm-hmm. And Keke should be aware of that. So when you're picking a man, that's number 7, you need to be aware that whatever it is that's attracting you right now, that bad boy thing that you're attracted to right now, you might end up resenting later because you'll be on the receiving end of it. If it's insecure right now, it seems like you love it, he's just jealous. You might end up reinterpreting the same thing as insecurity eventually. Yeah. You know,
it's just like me right now. You know, any woman who could come here and have a baby for Nick Cannon and feel and say that she's special. Are you nuts? He's having babies all over the place.
Right.
It's like, you know, I just feel like.
Is it social or is it control? It's
There you go.
On his part. Remember, we've talked about this over the past few days. It was controlling behavior, and it didn't work out for him.
He lost control.
For today, for Keke, Keke needs to be aware of who they're with, and then learn how to navigate that. So that because you're already with this person. If you plan to be with them, you need to be aware that your sister might say he has controlling behavior. You might have other values that you get from this person that your sister is not previewed to, and you need to be aware of that. And don't join your sister and say it's controlling behavior, because now you go collect, your sister go move forward. That's the awareness I'm bringing here. That's all. No right and wrong, nothing, none of that, right? Just understand that you can move a certain way, create certain types of consequences, and you should be okay with that, you know. Choices have consequences. Important lesson, yes.
Yes, so whatever you do, you could collect, good or bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is a double standard on his part. Before I finish reading that. Let me finish reading it. Mm-hmm. He's a two-faced because his moral compass keeps shifting. I agree now. I said people have been doing this.
You go and post twerking. Okay, you post your girl twerking on the internet, but now she's twerking outside of you. You're upset. I don't understand.
I agree.
I really don't.
However, it won't stop.
I really don't.
Keke the plug, and he said, from crying at night. Not because if she ends up being a single mother, even if she has money to pay for babysitting and all this stuff, it's a difficult thing to do. And there's nobody that's perfect in the world. Maybe there's some other value you're getting from this guy and it's not a perfect guy. And he just run out of control and lost control of his emotions for a day. And they decided to try to see if he can use 20 million monitoring spirits to control you. It didn't work. We already acknowledged that, right?
Terrible idea.
A Keke needs to be aware of your power. Pointing fingers always point 4 back at you.
So we don't hold Keke accountable. Are you happy?
But I'm more comfortable doing it with you here, you know.
Okay.
But because I thought it would demonstrate what we're talking about, because attempting to hold your woman accountable takes a lot of wisdom. Mm-hmm. If you're doing that, I'm right, she's wrong thing, you will end up in a divorce court.
But you're a mom, though.
And you deserve it.
Now you know she's a mom.
That's not nice, but it's the reality. You might end up in a divorce court if you're competing with your woman. Right. And women too. If you're competing with a man, it doesn't result in a good place. Yep, we did well today. We did 3 hours, 1 hour over time. We'll give you extra 1 hour.
God.
Right? And our small madam, she's attempted twice to come and dismantle this whole thing.
Yes, now.
Did you hear her?
I was holding my mama hostage. Where's my mama?
She's out, but the boys are doing well. They're doing well. I could tell. You know.
Good. Yeah.
Right. Because I taught them too. You know what I taught them? Sometimes they try to.
Don't go. Yeah, I was.
And then the noise is much like I said, Tony. You have to let her go.
Yeah, let her
right. Go. And then sometimes she'll run back and say, "Hey, baby, okay, see you later," and then she'll go back. All right. Women.
You can't control women.
Okay, cats.
Just let them be.
Dogs.
Exactly.
Right? Let her go.
Let her go.
She'll find her way back.
Facts.
Relax. You two deserve soft life, gentlemen. Okay? You too deserve soft life, okay? And if she never came back, maybe she didn't belong there. Maybe you're not that competent. Maybe life happens. I'm sorry.
Maybe she doesn't deserve you. How about that?
How about that?
You're the prize. Like,
maybe you were the prize all along, but because you were busy trying to pull her to stay,
I give you.
now you're not the prize, Yeah. So it's very, very important. Any other additional thing you want to add onto this? We covered all the bases.
All right.
We covered everything. That's
This
good
was
7
fun.
lessons right there. That was good. That's good 7 lessons just off of the conversation. But they need to listen to it to understand the context. But it's basically the same pillars for the most part that we talk about here today, from time to time. Okay. Right. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Let me see. The small madame is a cutie pie.
Thank you.
Yeah, she is.
She sure is. She'll come and give you a hug.
She makes it fun here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way his voice is irritating. Ew, he sounds nasal, and he's definitely not for the radio.
Oh my God.
They're talking about Darius. Hi.
Oh Lord, I gotta go check his podcast out.
We should check it out. Maybe watch it tonight before we sleep.
What they are like together. I want to see.
We could watch it tonight. I'm sure it's online.
I just don't know the guy. I'm like, who's this guy, man?
Yeah. Chidima said, good show. Ola, Lola, please visit us more often.
Thank you,
and
my
Ola
sister.
should pay you per hour you feature.
Yes, nah. I'll show up.
Here's what she didn't know. I'm already paying you per hour of my life. Literally.
Can you imagine?
I am, But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna have Markins here. Markins Ordina.
Let him come and shake the table.
Markins is my in-law. Markins and I will probably end up arguing for 2 hours. Okay. Ultimately, we end up at some kind of agreement. But it's basically I can describe it as two minds. Somebody's trying to force their way back here.
Yep.
I can. Let me see here. I'm trying to look for it. Where is it? I think it's probably inside this one. Okay. Aha. So tomorrow we're gonna some young lady is she's trying to teach you ladies how to hone him.
Okay.
You remember this comment?
That's good.
Ladies, do you know what the morning wood is? You know what the morning wood is? If you don't know, these are the easiest. Okay? You see, in that thumbnail,
No, I'm reading.
I thought you were making faces on the side.
I'm always making faces.
Right? You can see that we have a special guest there. Okay, so I already told you his name. His name is Markins Ordina. He's my in-law, husband to my cousin. So we're gonna come back here. He said, keep it PG. I said morning wood. Will be firewood? It will be firewood. Okay, let's keep it PG. Okay.
Keep it PG.
But if you don't know what that is, so tomorrow might be a little bit raunchy. Okay.
Wow.
So prepare for that. This young lady right here, her name is Mela something Monaco. Melly Monaco. Melly Monaco. Right? So she's from France and she be teaching men game. Okay, and she decided she'd be teaching. No, she's teaching men game, or she's teaching women game.
How to own him.
How to own him. She's also teaching women game, and she's single, probably younger than Uncle Pearl. Interesting, right? Uncle Pearl. You don't know Uncle Pearl?
I don't know.
Just Pearl things.
Please.
The white girl, 26 years old.
Now?
We call her Uncle here, since you want to educate men. But she's moving that way. So she's teaching how to, and Mark had a very strong opinion about this, and we decided that we're going to talk about that tomorrow, but also maybe talk about some other things. Okay, we'll be here for 2 hours tomorrow, 5 p.m. Tomorrow's Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. So we're going to be talking about that. Key Pearl says they always have a city in their names. These gurus there. Milan, Paris, Monaco are beggy. She's a guru now, all right. So we're going to review one of our TikTok videos tomorrow, and then we'll expand more on that conversation. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been real.
Another episode of behind love and attraction. This woman, she makes my world revolve. And but this is what gets me going. Okay, this is my word right here. Maybe one of these days I'll bring the boys to come on, say something.
My boys.
Okay, that would be interesting, right?
I love their
extremely
views.
Wise young man.
I love their views.
You know, sometimes I'll be like, wait, how did you know that? And you know, but it's fun. Maybe one of these days. But yeah, I gotta bring my father here for. Somebody said Daddy Prestige earlier. That was Chidima. She was talking about Daddy on the phone.
Daddy.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna be bringing Daddy. Maybe this week I can make that happen. You know. So. All right, so I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Prestige family. Thank you so
guys.
much. Thank you. The support always. As always, I know I will remind you at the end. If you got any value out of this today, no amount is too small. If you're watching a replay later, hit the $sign. Okay, I like to do it the old-fashioned way. Deliver the value for us. If you see value, please make sure you donate something and put something there. Okay. But thank you so much. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. I'll see you. We will see you on the next one. Peace.
Your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.